Yo, what up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, J-Type.
What up? It's your boy, God and Diddy.
You know what it is, and we talking PlayStation, you guys. So, you know I got to start it off, y'all. And this is something I want to see because I haven't watched Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi show ended, and it ended on a high note, okay? Now, in the comments below, if you got, and I just want to know, do you guys want to see Star Wars Fallen Order, the video game by EA, get their own exclusive TV show on Disney Plus? And the only reason why I bring that up is because it is a game, and I know we talking PlayStation, but I gotta put that out there because I heard that episode is so fire. I'm a Star Wars fan, so in the comments below, let me know if Star Wars Fallen Order should get its own TV show. Should Disney Plus bring some of these Star Wars games to Disney Plus and shows? So in the comments, let me know. But in the meantime, in between time, what you think? Did you think they should do that?
With Disney having the rights to Star Wars, the possibilities are endless. Sure, they can do what they want to do. It will probably mean nothing, or probably would. I haven't read all of Star Wars, but I know Star Wars is massive to where they can just add so much to it. There's so many stories on so many different characters in Star Wars that, they could. Disney can do what they want to do. They damn near rule the world as far as, popular like franchises and all that. So I wouldn't mind. I probably wouldn't see it no time soon, but because they still got to cover some other stuff that can come way later on. There's no rush for that. They still got to cover a lot of OG Star Wars characters and get their own little backstories before they even jump into Cal, Khaleesi, whoever his name is from any of the Fallen Order, them new characters. They just side little dudes. So not right now. Maybe later in the future. Way later in the future. But we got a question. Let me hit that question.
What's going on, guys? I just have to get your opinion just because I saw the title on your show. I have to ask. I've been, obviously, video gamer for a very long time, and PlayStation, how did they screw up PlayStation 5 so much, with not being able to sell them and stuff like that, and they still don't have them on the shelves? What's going on? I mean, I just want to hear your guys' opinion about that.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go first. I'm gonna say PlayStation has been releasing these consoles. I have a friend who got an invite and he was able to go buy one. So it's not like they're not putting the systems out there to be on shelves. They are, but there is a chip shortage. Xbox is paying the priority to have the chips in their consoles first. PlayStation is not doing that. That's a known fact. Microsoft came out and said we are paying priority. Sony has said we're not doing that. That's reason 1 and 2. And number 3, you got scalpers out there, people with bots being able to buy 40, 50 consoles, which is taken away from everybody else buying a console. There's a teenager, I think he's like 18. He made, I think it was $100 million just on reselling PlayStation 5 consoles alone. Look it up. You can look it up. So it's not that they're not out there. It's just you got other people with hidden agendas just buying them for themselves.
Right.
To resell.
Pretty much, you're not on the coffin. That's it. Everything y'all have was everything. What I was gonna say, you kind of just threw it all in a nutshell. So yeah, that's it, brother. PlayStation trying to get them out there, but you got scalpers that's buying them. What they should do, what they should always have done, is, PlayStation surely is worried about the sales. They're gonna sell because it is PlayStation 5 and what all it can do. But they should do, if you're gonna sell PlayStation 5s online and let these different companies like Best Buy, Target, GameStop, Walmart sell them, it should be one PlayStation per email. You feel me? You do it like that, the scalpers will lose every time. They shouldn't let people buy an unlimited amount. Some things you buy online, they limit to you the amount you can buy of certain things. Like, you know what I mean? You can buy this, you can buy that, but limit 2 per household, 1 per household type, you know what I mean? That's what they should have did, but PlayStation wasn't tripping. They didn't know it was going to be like this. If PlayStation knew it was going to be a scalper reaction to scalpers buying all the consoles up, then they would have done the 1 per email type or 1 or 2 per household. Unfortunately, times have changed in this generation. They cold. And that's how it is for just everything. Shoes, everything, games, everything just becomes so retarded. You can go, and right now they got Travis Scott freaking Big Mac receipts from McDonald's going for $100 for the receipt. Just stupid shit. So, you know, gotta stop the scalpers. But they are getting them places out there. People are really, because it's so popular, and the media and the people of the world made this shit so popular that they must have it. People just buying it just to have that, like Jay Ty said, their own hidden agendas. They just want the money. They don't give a damn about the PlayStation. Damn the gamers. You want this console? I got it. I'm selling it for fucking triple the price, and y'all gonna buy it. Cold game.
And that's it right there. You guys, so we gonna move on with what we talking about today. We got more stuff to talk about, but these are some of the big things. So we're gonna get these out the way right away so we can open it up. So that way people can come here and chop it up with us and talk to us. So as you can see, Sony has announced that they are having a showcase showing off new products. That's going to be 6/28/2020. They're going to live stream it on YouTube, Twitch, and everything like that. Now, this is Sony, not just the PlayStation department of Sony, because again, Sony's big. PlayStation is just one of the highest selling departments. Now, they did come out and say that they are going to, what's been leaked, a lot actually. They got 3 tiers of headsets that's going to come out and match like the plates that you can buy for your PlayStation 5. So it's going to be a cheap tier, which is going to be a wired headset. It's going to be a mid tier, which is going to have the best battery, and it's going to be a high tier with noise cancellation and a whole bunch of bells and whistles. On top of that, they're going to have the Pro controller that they're going to show, and for all you PC people out there, or gamers who want a game on a monitor or a display, they're coming out with a new monitor that's perfect for PlayStation 5. That's their slogan they use, where it's going to be 1440p. So it's a nice size, small size for those with desk setups and everything like that. Now, me personally, I like the headsets. I like the controllers. I'm not really a big fan of monitors. I do have an 8K TV. I'm gaming at 120 hertz. They unlocked the VR refresh rate. So for me personally, I don't really care too much about having a display or a monitor. I can do all that stuff, that all the bells and whistles that it's gonna have, because I got an 8K 82-inch Team Samsung TV. So I like it, but I'm more interested to see what else are they going to do. You know what I'm saying? I know we're talking about PlayStation, but Sony and I think Honda or Hyundai teamed up to make a car. Maybe they might give us some more information on that. I definitely know they're going to show some more information on the PlayStation VR 2. And I just want to see what other new products they got coming out. You know, they just dropped their TVs and everything like that. They new TVs for 2022 just dropped, where you can actually go buy them right now, and they cost an arm and a leg. But enough of me talking. Diddy, chime in on this, man. How you feel about it, man?
As far as the PlayStation or the new hardware that's coming, I mean, not everybody is fortunate to get or had a chance to get the headsets or looking to get a monitor, looking to dumb it down. And some people don't want a giant TV in the living room. Some people like to get their gaming on, mainly for streaming Twitch or whatever the case is, because the frame rate, everything is better on a smaller TV if you're gaming. Anyway, fighting games, shooters, or whatever the case is the frame rate is better on a smaller TV. So people that like to stream or just play up close up in a personal space, nothing too massive and crazy, the monitors are perfect for you. Plus it's Sony, so that's going to be just nice and compatible with it. If you just missed out on the headsets, like I said, you missed out on the headsets, they got 3 tiers of the headsets coming out, and also a sneak peek at the PlayStation Pro controller, which I must have because this will be my first PlayStation Pro controller, and I just want to see what it looked like and what it's all going to do as far as a controller. So I'm excited for that. and they might even tease the PlayStation VR 2. Like J-Ty said, this is a Sony showcase. It's just showing all Sony product, not only PlayStation, but like other Sony hardware that they're gonna have that's coming soon. So yeah, that's it.
Mm-hmm. And speaking and hearing you say that stuff, it just remind me of, you've been on a Tetris Season 3, winning a 3D display, that little monitor they came out with at that time where it had 3D split screens and everything like that. That was pretty dope. Also, to this day. And when you said something smaller for Twitch and everything like that, it made me just think about when your gaming dungeon you had built into your pantry. I just think back in those days, if you was live streaming on Twitch or anything like that, just showing all that stuff off and actually like gaming on it, it'd have been epic. It would have been epic. You know what I'm saying? I think that seeing all that and hearing you talk about it, for me, just brought back a lot of memories and everything like that. Just like, damn, I bet you had that whole little setup where it was kind of soundproof. I can close the door, and now I'm gaming on Twitch and YouTube and all that stuff like that. So
kitchen pantry gaming it up. Yeah, I was in the kitchen pantry. Walked to my living room. It's the kitchen. Keep going back to that kitchen wall. It's the pantry where food for sure goes inside. I'll be damned. Full ass game room, surround sound, crazy, just action figures and items everywhere, just games, and it was an ultimate game dungeon for 1 player only, no 2 player, it's single player.
All right, so we're gonna move on to our next story. I feel this is extremely big. It dropped today. Sony is not attending Gamescom. They're not having no new announcements there. They're not gonna do no PlayStation nothing there, and they're not the only developers and companies that said we're not going to do it either, and we're not here to talk about those other companies, but I will say this. Well, I'm gonna let Diddy say it, damn it. Go ahead, Diddy. I talk too much. Go ahead, Diddy.
So you're talking about
Gamerscon, how PlayStation announced and said that they're not going to be at Gamerscon. I think we all know what happened last year, September.
Yeah, PlayStation is pretty much doing their own thing like they did last time. PlayStation is big enough to not need to join a convention like GamerCon or the case is. PlayStation is big enough to have their own. They did it before, and they can do it again. They will continue to do it. They have their own conference. You feel me? They have their own PlayStation PSX Experience Expo. Big enough to have their own thing. So why continue to join? Not mad at other gamers and everything, but why continue to join when we big enough to do our own thing? And that's what companies feel they can do now. Now they want to go out and branch out and do their own thing. That's why E3 dead. E3 is dead because PlayStation was not there for the last couple of years. And then the pandemic hit. So PlayStation leads the way. And that's why they're the greatest. And it's only right that they do some kind of wild convention. Because this COVID crap is wild, I don't know if they're going to do like a in-person convention, but they're definitely going to have a huge, state of play type thing for people to stream and watch and see what they got. We'll see what's new that's coming. But hopefully when everything clear up all the way, they can hit the road and have these conventions and popular cities hopefully near you. So you can get your hands on with the new PlayStation games that's coming out and the hardware and just whatever they got, whatever Sony PlayStation got in store for the future. So yeah, they don't need to do that con with nobody else. They ain't big enough to do their own thing.
Right. So just to add on to that, September, they talking about doing the showcase. Now, what I had to learn is that the state of play and the showcase is 2 different things. So state of play is what we got. What they do is show us a bunch of little games they got coming out and everything like that. But the showcase is where they give us that sweet, sweet glory. Like they showed that Spider-Man 2, they showed Wolverine, they showed Horizon, Call of the Mountain, they showed Stray, they showed a bunch of games where it was like, oh wow, oh I'm excited for this. They Forspoken. So that's what the showcase is, showing the hottest titles and what we've been working on, everything like that. And that's rumored to drop in September. Now, the rumor is that that's when we're going to get more gameplay of The Last of Us, because The Last of Us is coming out in September. Also, a trailer for God of War. Now, we haven't spoken on God of War in a long time because it's a whole lot of stuff that's been happening, but it's just so much stuff in September where it's going to be a nice, good, juicy month for PlayStation to drop, you guys. And I'm excited. I'm excited for it. Still there?
Yeah. Say it again.
Oh no, I was saying I'm just excited for it that they're going to be doing that. You know, that they're going to be having a showcase. I can't even give like what predictions is going to be there and everything like that. But I want to say, hopefully we get a new Infamous. Hopefully we get a new Sly Cooper. Hopefully we get what's another one I want to see there that's not out yet? A Resistance. I know y'all keep hearing me saying Resistance. That's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Game? You mean like a Dream classic game remake? Remastered?
Yeah, we get some of that too. Man. We live in it, like I said, we live in the land of remasters, you know what I'm saying?
It is the time of remastering everything. So if I was to want some games remastered by PlayStation, I want some PlayStation 1 games remastered. I want a Siphon Filter remastered. For some reason, I feel like I want a Blast Hammer remastered. I want a freaking Jet Moto remastered. I want a Twisted Metal all new, all remastered on some old. I want graphics as good as like, I don't know. I want some sick graphics for like a Twisted Metal. I just want like a lot of classic PlayStation games remastered. I mean, PlayStation has so many in-house like companies or in-house like developers with little mini companies within PlayStation. They just got so many. They got indie games and all that stuff that I don't really touch too much, but they PlayStation exclusives and they made for indie games. They made for the indie community. Yeah, man. I just want a bunch of remakes of a bunch of PSP games, some Vita games more remastered. Yes. I mean, I fell off. I mean, shit. I just fell off the PlayStation Vita because, I mean, it was. I mean, I'm not mad at JRPGs, but there's too many of them. They had too many of them. But I'm not mad at them because some people like that category. I like a few of them, but I don't like all of them. Them shit's as long as hell.
Right, so these are going to be some of the stories we're going to talk about. They're going to be quick stories, so we can open this up and everything like that, where you guys can go look at them and see them too. I thought they was pretty cool. I shared them with Diddy. He kind of felt the same way about it, so it's going to be speed. We're going to go through this real fast so we can open up so you guys can chime in on them. So, a YouTuber, a TikTok user, well, I wouldn't say TikTok, but Twitter user and everything. I don't know his name off top, but he has custom his own PlayStation 5, unofficial, unlicensed, slim PlayStation 5. So he made his own slim PlayStation 5. And it looks unique, but how he put all the hardware to it and everything like that inside a sound bar.
His name is
I will say
his name is Rudism on Twitter.
Yes, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, Rudism at Yeah.
I gotta say, so many people have so many free time, you guys, and in this part of the show, we haven't done something like this before. We're gonna give a shine to those little developers and everything like that, or modders and stuff like that. Speaking on modding, the Slim came out. Somebody did? They took the Move controllers, they broke them down. They hooked a wire up to him and everything like that. Like he soldered it and everything like that. I sent it to Diddy as well. It's a Kung Fu game that we're playing right now, that I'm playing, Diddy playing. We haven't touched on it in a minute, but it's called Shinfu? Did I say it right, Diddy?
Sifu. Yeah, Sifu.
S-I-F-U. This Twitter user, Diddy, you can show out his name because I don't know his name, but I'm just coming across it.
Rudism.
No, this is somebody else.
Rudism is the dude that did the thing.
He did both of them?
No, Rudism did the thing, but it's a Good Game Asia that they trying to Good Game Asia is pretty much, they look like the next best like video game superstar, you know what I mean? It's like a show, you know what I mean, in Singapore, that they look for the next search for the next video game superstar or creator or something that's innovative for gaming, you know what I mean? And the dude Rudism made these motion controllers to act to where every punch he throws, how he wanted to throw it, is in the game like that. It's real accurate. So he's trying to get on that show. So Rudism is the guy that created the motion controllers for Sifu that you can actually punch and kick. And Good Game Asia is the company, is the show that they do in Singapore. on Fridays and shit like that. It's on YouTube TV. It's on YouTube too if you want to check them out. Good Game Asia. And they got a bunch of cool stuff on there that you can check out. As far as gamers, if you're into games, you like games, you want to see creations, the best gamers in the world, the best video game superstars in the world, Good Game Asia on Instagram, on YouTube, and it's at 7:30 or something like that every Friday. Check them out.
And let me just say, it was so accurate. Like, it was so tight because he was punching the kick. It had me feeling like when I had to play Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3 on my Wii. And the only reason why I bought it on my Wii is because you actually had to move your hands and fight and everything like that. I was like, oh, this is so dope. It took my favorite game. They put move in it, kind of like Dragon Ball Z on a Kinect and everything like that. I actually do the motion and stuff. I'm a big fan of all that. When you can relive your anime like that, it's dope. That's why VR needs to come. And when it come this time with the VR 2, give us a One Piece game in the VR where you play as the pirate, the guy coming up to be a pirate king, Luffy. Give us that Dragon Ball Z game where you play as Goku and everything like that, the star of the show. You know what I'm saying? And or not even that. Let's say you want to pick another random character or something like that. You guys.
All that
so that's those are the two.
In the future.
In the near future, you got
all that. I believe is coming.
So those are some of the just highlighting some of the stuff that people did and everything like that. That's pretty much it. But we want to talk about right now. That's what we have for the show. So we have the part now. We're gonna open up the gates and we're gonna let them in. So we're gonna let y'all come in here and come chime in with us and and come have a good time. And if you guys want to add anything else like that, let's get it in. Calling somebody right now. Shamar, where you at?
Shamar, with the D.
There you go.
Hey, what up, J Tight? What up, God Diddy? What up?
What up?
What up?
Dude, I'm literally. I just got off doing like some schoolwork, so I was playing some Horizon Zero Dawn. Then y'all was podcasting, so I had to come through. So thank you for having me on.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming to watch, man.
No problem. What's the topic?
Give it to him, Daddy.
So right now we in the free part of the show, everything like that, where you guys want to chime in and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, or talk about some of the topics that we went over. So we just went over Sony is going to be skipping Gamescom. They're not going to be there and everything like that. And we talked about Sony showing the new products that's going to happen at close to the end of this month. They're going to live stream and everything like that.
Okay. You know what? So do you know what I do want to speak on now? And then the guy made a really good point. It was about the scapular situation, right?
Right.
And about that, I think that when I had bought my PS5, I literally had to go through the website. Not only that, I had to go through the website. It was kind of like more like if you was a PlayStation, if you had a PlayStation account for so many years, you were like high likely selected to get a PS5 than like somebody who did not have an account. So with that being said, I was lucky enough to get it maybe like I think a couple weeks to a month if I could remember. But then my sister, who did not have a PlayStation account, she just made one to go get one. She was waiting months and months and months and months to even get an invitation. She still didn't get one. So she had to get it from GameStop. But GameStop, they so grimy that they said, you're not gonna get just the console. You're gonna get everything else besides, including the console. So if I'm paying $500, my mom had to pay GameStop $900 for something that she don't even need. She just wanted just the console. So to go back to Target and all that, right? I could see why scalpers do it because they don't have Target and Walmart and all of them, they don't have a type of what you call it, software. I wouldn't say software, but a way to like send somebody an individual email saying, "Hey, you got selected to get this PS5." It's a free for all for everybody. So Sony already knew that on their own end, but they did it for their own website. If they really truly wanted to make sure that only like one person got it, they would have just sold all those PS5s on their website. But they didn't want to do that because they're probably thinking that's a dumb decision. Let's put it everywhere else. But all their policies is not PlayStation policies. So if it's a free for all, of course you're gonna get scalpers trying to buy them all, do a triple the price, whatever. And you're gonna have some people gonna be saying, well, you can't get mad at you. They just living how they live, whatever. They don't care about people who actually love games, who actually want to play the games. Like, they're about making their money. So yeah, I think that's the biggest. That's like that was a big like sucky thing that happened, because for me personally, I'm like, if you love PlayStation, you wanna get PS5, and you got somebody who don't like it like that, they like money. Of course, that's a freaking scumbag to me. But at the same time, if you really wanted to end that whole scapular situation, you should have sold every single PS5 off your website. In my opinion.
Right. No, and I want to say this. I agree with you 10,000 on that part with them selling on there like that. But see, GameStop, when they first started doing these bundles and everything like that, this was well after scalpers had already jacked up the prices and they were seeing that. And so GameStop was like, well, we're going to put a bundle together because, GameStop at that time, they started going underwater. So for them to come back up, they were thinking of ways, how can they come back up? Oh, well, Sony, we bought all these PlayStations from Sony. Now we going to sell them on our side to get a little bit of money, but PlayStation going to eat off of those as well. So what if we bundle in a game, a controller, a headset, and a console? Right now we charge them $750, right. $850, something like that. So now, not only is GameStop eating, but PlayStation is eating as well for every console that gets sold. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, but not only that, true.
The games get sold, the headset got sold, the controller got sold. Now we rivaling with scalpers. We rivaling with else. If you want to be a scalper now, you're gonna have to give us $800, $900, and now you're gonna have to go resell it for a higher price because you already had to get it from us, and you couldn't even return some of the stuff. There was no way you could return it. They said if you return, you gotta return everything, but you can trade it in. So I mean, to each his own. Like when the PlayStation 5 got announced, I called GameStop that day and got announced. I said, hey, are they ready for pre-order? Because I know how the PS4s went. They said it's going to be next day, and it was available the same day. Well, Walmart did it first. You can pre-order, and then immediately after that, the store manager at GameStop, where I usually shop at, they called and was like, hey, Jay, you need to get down here right now because they going on sale. We already done pre-ordered 2 of them. And I don't know how many we have to pre-order, but get down here. I must have flew.
Yep. Same thing with me, man. When that shit happened, soon as we watched the state of play and PlayStation announced the price, and it said tomorrow, not today, tomorrow the games will be available, the console will be available for pre-order. So Walmart got in trouble with Sony PlayStation for jumping the gun, having the pre-sales out early. So as soon as that shit got announced, not even an hour after the shit, my GameStop called me and said, Diddy, come right now. I'm at the barbershop, cut my little client hair. My client was like 11 years old. I said, and his mom dropped him off. I said, look, nigga, you roll with me. I'm kidnapping you. We going to GameStop. I put the GameStop. It was a long-ass line on front. And everybody here for the PS5. Like, yeah, we have the PS5. As soon as I get there, the dude come outside and said, it was like 30 people in line, bro. He said, hey, I'm sorry to tell you guys, the PlayStation 5s are no longer available for pre-order. Diddy, you good? Come with me. Soon as they said that, bro, the line was hot. Who the fuck is he? Who is he? What the fuck is going on? I said, bro, I got plugs. Like, you know what I mean? I'm well known at a lot of GameStops based off the show. So, you know what I mean? I got the plugs. So when they see me, like, oh, how did they let him in here? And everybody to go home. They wanted to fight me. I'm like, bro, then I told Bill, I was like, dude, next time say like I work here or some shit, don't put me on blast like that, man. You're about to get me beat up over the PS5. So I was able to pre-order the PS5 and he called me and told me, Diddy, come on, you good. Just come on me, you good. I said, good looking. Mm-hmm. So that's how that story happened.
I was actually able to.
Crazy, right?
So at my GameStop, I was able to pre-order. Right. I was actually able to pre-order not just one. I pre-ordered mine. I pre-ordered my brother-in-law's. I pre-ordered my homeboy Lazy to the Bone. I was able to pre-order, and it was because GameStop said we can't just let you pre-order them all on yours, but if they give you their phone number and they have an account with us, then you can pre-order it like that for them. So it was this how like because my GameStop is in a cut. I actually walked around the mall and everything like that. And I called my sister and I was like, hey, do you want me to pre-order one for OT? And he was on the phone with my sister and he was like, yeah, nigga, pre-order me if you can. I walked from the food court back to GameStop. He was like, yeah, dude, we can still pre-order. I pre-ordered 2 more and then the other guy was trying to get one and he was like, yeah, they already gone. And then he was like, what happened? And he gonna point to me and say, oh, well, he just pre-ordered the last 2. Don't do that. Like, why you doing that? And how you saying he pre-ordered 2? How you gonna explain that to them? So like, when the console actually came out though, I actually was like, oh hell no, because I had 3 consoles, you know, and everybody looking like, what the fuck? So yeah, it was a little difficult. It was a little difficult, but it was all in good faith. I had fun. People was like, oh, y'all just let him buy this stuff, and I was like, I'm not buying this for nobody. I'm not buying them for myself. Actually, I actually bought them for my brother-in-law, for my other best friend, and everything like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it was a crazy time. It was a crazy time when they got launched.
Listen, I'll tell you this right now. I ain't get the opportunity to pre-order the PS5. I actually bought my PS5 at scalper prices because I was going through GameStop, I was going through Best Buy, Target, Walmart, and I could not get one for like 2 straight months until like the end of December. And I was like, screw it. I'll just pay the $900. It is what it is. It's worth it. So, to each their own.
All good, man. You got one, and shit, fuck it. You got it. All right. Suck, but you got it. Like they higher now, so you did get the lowest price you can get it at.
I also did get a digital one for exactly $400 off of offer.
Oh, we came up again.
Not bad.
No taxes, my boy.
Yeah, I just sold that one to my sister, so
that's cool. For the same price, or you gave it to like 500?
No, I gave it to her for the same price. It's my sister.
Oh, yeah. I'm a nice guy. That's me, you know what I mean? If I'm a nice guy, if I was able to get about 30, 40 PS5, bro, I sell them all for the same price. It's 500, bro. This is me 500. On the left tip, I hear people trying to wane people. If you got it, give it up, man. You probably didn't pay that price. You probably hit a train lick or something. I don't know how you got them, but you didn't just buy 30, 40 PS5s, all that 500. Stop playing. You came up, you didn't pay nothing, and you flipping them for crazy prices. That's what they're going for. I'm like Ace Boogie on Paid in Full. Y'all selling the same product out there in the streets for this high price. I got the same product, bro, for half of that. So I'm about to get way more clientele than y'all would ever have. That's me. If I get the PS5, bro, they going for 500 flat. No taxes, you in the game. I might even throw a game in there. That's just me. I'm a nice guy,
and
bro.
that's how it goes down.
You know. YOLO, man. You don't live forever, man. Help everybody out. Be all right.
Also, I wanted to talk to you guys about how do y'all feel about that Marvel's Midnight Suns compared to the Gotham Knights?
What? I would put Gotham Knights. That Marvel Midnight Suns. You see?
First,
my bad.
No, go ahead, Diddy.
Now, that cinematic trailer looked hard. They got us hype. We thinking like, okay, it might be like a little like Avengers, or it might be something like Marvel Ultimate Alliance. You know what I mean? It might be something along those lines. They said 2K making. I said 2K. What have they done for me lately other than NBA or whatever? I don't remember. And then I finally seen the gameplay on it. They said it's gonna be a card /RPG. I said, I don't like card games online. Like card games. I know they're very good at play Yu-Gi-Oh! And fuck all that. It's Marvel, so okay, card game /RPG. Them see what it looks like. So they finally showed the gameplay for the card. Them graphics is trash can. That shit is whack. I guess if you into that style of game, then cool. Versus the Marvel Gotham Knights. Gotham Knights is more of an open world, run around, beat 'em up style game. Kind of like all the old Batman games. So I would like that style of game versus the card RPG, strategic, turn-based. That shit, damn, it could have been like DC Universe Online, but Marvel. But it's not. It look whack. So that's my take on it.
For me, I agree. Oh
No,
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 oh,
go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say something.
No,
For
you
me,
good.
I agree 10,000% with Diddy. I seen the cinematic trials. Like, oh yes, just look good, but it wasn't gameplay, and that's how they try to get a lot of people. They show you something cinematically first, and then they get you hyped, and they show you the pre-order bonuses, and then they actually show you gameplay. And when I seen the gameplay, and you can't really move with the character, you got to like line it up to a character, or you got to they move like kind of in the center so you can hit the whole group of people and everything like that. And then with card based, and you never know what you're going to draw or what your opponent is going to draw. You know, so and I was just like, if this would have came out in the early like 2010 or something like that, I think it probably would have been a hit. But because we in an age now where we got consoles that's pushing graphics and giving us games like God of War, giving us the Uncharted and everything like that, I feel like that they wasted their money. That's a waste of time, effort, and money to go into that game. You know, I'm not a fan of it. I will get it when the price get low. I'm not gonna get it day one
I'm not buying it
because
at
I
all.
like card games. I like Yu-Gi-Oh. I play that shit every day, and my wife be like, "That shit is boring. Why are you playing this?" So.
Right. I mean,
Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. That's the game.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well, to even speak on the well, I kind of already said my thoughts on the Marvel Midnight Suns. Like, I really thought it was gonna be like a XCOM type game. I think that would have been way more dope because, like, at the same time, like, that is strategy. Like, you just don't need like a freaking card game. Like, it's still strategy in my opinion. If they would have done like the XCOM route. But if I'm being completely honest with you, even when I first saw the trailer, I think they even said something about this is gonna be a card-based game, or I saw like a whole description. So I wasn't even hyped when I even like even after I saw it. You know what I mean? 'Cause I'm like, okay, I kind of know what this is gonna be about. But I feel sorry for anybody else who saw the trailer and probably was thinking like, oh, dude, it's gonna be open world, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, da 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 da. And right as they even told you, and you saw gameplay,
I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention. I was like, oh. I was not paying attention to what this is. I said, oh, fuck yeah, it's the open world, this, that, and third. I said, no.
Right.
And it's crazy how Xbox actually celebrate that Spider-Man coming to their system in the form of this card-based game. That's crazy to me.
Xbox I mean, celebrating that, finally getting a ugly-ass Spider-Man on top of that to join that.
Right. Exactly. Even with,
I mean, they gotta celebrate.
Even bring up on the Gotham Knights.
Right.
Go ahead, bro. Sorry.
Nah,
they gotta celebrate something, like you said. You right.
To go back to the Gotham Knights, huh?
Oh no, my bad. I was talking to my son.
Oh, my bad. I want to say was this, right? So, like, you have Gotham Knights. I ain't gonna lie to you, Gotham Knights is really disappointing me. And this is coming from the biggest, like, Batman Arkham series fan. Like, I had played all the games. I platted out 2 of them. And like I said, I know the lore. I know everything. But then when it came down to the Gotham Knights, I know that they said that it's not going to be connected to the Arkham games or anything like that. When I saw that it had like an RPG element, I'm like, you know what? This is freaking weird, but I'm down for it because I do feel like there should be a change in the system. But then when I just saw actual gameplay, it looked clunky with how like the whole fighting style. It don't even look like how the enemies were even in the past games. Like, everything just like looked wrong. You know what I mean? And it looked very like it wasn't like as finished as it should be. And it just feels like it's very it's not even like an Arkham type game. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even like a Batman type game. Even if it is open world, I'm more stoked for Suicide Squad. Even though that game is going to be a very RPG element type game, but at least I know what that they're going to give me. But this game feels like it's like trying to do something else different. But will I still pay for it? Will I still buy it? I mean, maybe not at full price, but I'll definitely see like some gameplay on it. But other than that, it's like, bruh, like, it's just different. You know what I mean? So
no, I agree with you on that. It does look different. No, and I agree with you on that. It does look different, but I did pre-order the collector's edition. That was like I think it was like $2.99 or $3.99 because
Okay.
I like statues. So when I seen it, I was like, oh wow, I've never seen a statue where it had Robin, Nightwing, Red Hood, Batgirl, all of them on
Oh,
there.
right.
And I was like, okay, this is pretty dope and everything like that. Then I seen the gameplay, and I wasn't really a big fan of Arkham and everything like that. And I know those are some of the greatest Batman games to be made. And
Right.
for me, it was just like, well, Batman not my favorite character from DC. My favorite character is Superman from DC, and my favorite character is the Hulk from Marvel. So I was just like, I want to get it just for the statue. And then I seen the gameplay, and I was like, damn, I don't think this statue is going to be worth the price that they offer. That they said, and I don't think it's
right. And like Jake Tight, like, so have you ever played the Arkham games?
Well, I played the Batgate on on the Vita, and then I played Arkham Asylum, the very first one on the PS3.
Okay, because I was literally gonna tell you if you just like forget Asylum, right? If you just play Arkham City, I think they have it on PlayStation Plus. I don't remember, but if you play that game and dude, I recommend like you actually play it at night to actually get like that full vibe, like that full feel. You want to play the Arkham Origins and then play Arkham Knight on the PS4. When I tell you how those games are just besides like the best superhero games. Yeah, I mean Spider-Man, they kind of beat him out because he was kind of like a better mechanic so far because like he's Spider-Man, but Batman was like that fucking what you call it predecessor to having something like so great like the Spider-Man. If it wasn't for Batman, we wouldn't have a Spider-Man game like this. So those games are classics. I will say that once you play them and once you actually see all this, Gotham Knights thing, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, I can see why he's so passionate and being like, yo, like, what the fuck is this? You know what I mean? But all that $2.99 for like the trophy, trust me, the trophy, I seen it. It looks sick, right? But it's not fair paying all that much money for a trophy like, I'm sorry, not for a trophy like that. But like the game is like really like what the fuck? You know what I mean? Like it's not fair.
Hey, but you know what? I agree with you on that because I bought that SpongeBob game that came out. I think it was Battlefield Bikini Bottom, and that shit was like $3.99 or $4.99 because I wanted the whole little statues and everything like that. And then I bought Destroy All Humans. I got that big ass giant alien, and I think that shit was like $4.99 as well. So I just be like, damn, I didn't even play the game. I just wanted the statue. So for me, it's just like, okay, you gotta just stop. I gotta stop doing that.
Right. But yeah, dude, please, if anybody in this chat, just give Arkham series a chance. Like, I'm talking like the first Batman. When it comes to Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins, and Arkham Knight, y'all are gonna just y'all are in for a freaking experience. Especially
trust me, I played all of them. I beat all of them. They all dope as shit. You know what I mean? But these Arkham Knights, I'm gonna play it too. I'm not buying them. I think I wore them out. So when this will come out, it's gonna be. I'm gonna get it, but no time. I'm not getting that. What Jay Ty talking about. Later on, I'll get the Marvel
Midnight Suns.
I'm never buying that game. I don't care if it's free to play. I don't want to play that shit. That somebody give it to me, it may sit there in the plastic forever. I might get that shit away as a gift. The gift that just keeps on giving. But yeah, that Arkham series, that shit worth it, man. And that Dark Knight or the Arkham Knight, bro, that was good.
Yeah.
Man, that shit was hard. That Batman damn near died at the end too. I say, he died at the end? You gotta keep playing and lock it, play on the hard difficulties to get the extra ending. I said, man, that shit up the comics. I like that.
Right. And dude, that was on the PS4, and like the graphics, I literally played it again. I was like, dude, this game was made when I was a senior in high school back in 2016, and the graphics still are up to date even till this day. I can only imagine.
Oh yeah, driving the Batmobile in Arkham Knight was fantastic.
That was hard, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just hope that they don't disappoint. But I am more excited about the Suicide Squad. That game, mind you, I love the Suicide Squad movies, the characters, and all that. So I I mean, I was kind of disappointed because I thought like Suicide Squad was going to be like a GTA type game, but Batman Arkham City style. But once I saw how it was going to be like more like a co-op thing, be with your friends or play solo, dolo, whatever, it looked cool for like the most part. You know what I mean? And it's exclusive for PS5, so I can't wait for that. Wait for that game too. Yeah.
Are y'all gonna get Overwatch 2?
No.
Overwatch. I remember the first one, the first game. Was it like a driving game?
No, it's a shooting game.
It's a first-person shooter.
Oh, hold on. I think so.
Bro, I was hooked on that game back. I used to play that shit, bro, so faithfully. I just got over it. I was playing so much, I was like, yeah. And I was running with Junkrat. That was my boy. I just got over my boy.
It's kind of similar to like Call of Duty. Like it's like the same thing.
Overwatch. Oh, I'm dumb. That's the multiplayer game. Yeah, dude. Like, I mean, like I said, well, first, like you said, I was addicted, but I played for like a week, and then I was just like, just cool, but I never came back to it. But now, like, I mean, I'm hyped for to see the other people play. Like for me personally, I love seeing the other people play multiplayer games like this. Because it's like cool the way how they do it, but for me personally playing it, no. But somebody else playing it, yeah.
Right. Mm-hmm. Well, it's just because the beta gonna be available on June 28th. So I was thinking about for Overwatch 2, I might go ahead and download the beta and everything like that, and see how it go. Because I played the first one a lot. Like me and D played a lot of games together, and we played that a lot. So
okay, I gotta go check on that thing right now.
On the topic of first-person shooters, if y'all didn't see, I posted on the Get Off the Sticks page that Vanguard is actually dropping one of the classic zombie maps, which I'm a big-time zombies player for COD. They're dropping that Shinonuma map with all the original Pack-a-Punch, the guns and everything like that. They probably added like a little flair, traps and everything. So how do y'all feel about that? I know y'all not really into Call of Duty like that, but I would like to get to y'all opinion.
Not like I used to be on Call of Duty every back in the day, bro. It was my shit, but it's the same game every year. I know different companies make it. You got Treyarch, you got Sledgehammer, you got Infinity War, whatever the case is. But they need to give that shit a break like they do. Like Battlefield takes a break, so I like that shit. But Call of Duty is every fucking year. Then fools find ways to cheat on there, playing with PC players that you can't beat them. They just can't. You can't beat them, bro. I don't give a fuck how good you think you is. You're not faster than the PC player. That made the game whack to me. I play it with the homies every blue moon, but I don't know. Modern Warfare 2 is my favorite. If you're making it, I don't care about the multiplayer. I don't care about story mode. But Call of Duty is dope. It's a fast-paced, fun, arcade-style game. You know what I mean? It's fun to play. I'm just burnt out of it. That's all. I'm burnt out.
Oh, okay. For me, I'm not really a zombie player. The only one I liked the most was on Call of Duty Black Ops 1. And that was Kino, when you had to like run around the whole little map and everything like that. That's the only one I ever played. All the other ones, I did play Zombies on the Moon. That was fun.
I like the one. What's the Skyview one? What Black Ops like 3 or 4 was like Skyview. It's like an arcade style. Like it was like waves, like little. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Arcade.
That was hard, nigga. That was the best zombie right there.
Yeah, that was tight. And then another one I like too. It's like I don't remember who it was, but it was this dude. His name was George. He was like, and he be laughing like that and running through the map and everything like that. I think that was on Black Ops 2 and everything like that. Again, that ain't answering your question about what you asked us. So I never played on that map, so I don't know. I actually deleted Call of Duty off my system because I kind of like Cold War better than Vanguard. That's just me personally.
I ain't buy Vanguard. I got Cold War though. But if y'all see me an invite, I play that shit. That should take about 250 gigs. God damn, Call of Duty.
And we have an update. I'm waiting on Black Friday to update my console. So definitely going to either go with the Seagate Barracuda or the Sabron 4 terabyte. They both gonna be 4 terabytes. So I'm just trying to see which one gonna go on sale and be the cheapest on Black Friday. Right now,
Just
one of the 7.
make sure they have the heat sink.
Oh, of course. The reason why I like the Sabron, because they heat sink is made just like the cover on the PlayStation 5. So when you open it up and you got that metal cover right there, well, they heat sink the same shape of the metal cover, so it doesn't even look like it's not a funny heat sink in there and everything like that. Or you don't gotta leave it open and everything like that, or have to put that metal top back on, so that way it's just a better airflow. You see what I'm saying? Because when you put that your memory card in there, then you put I said memory card. When you put your SD card inside, whatever the hell it's called, damn it, your internal memory, internal memory inside the system, then you put the heat sink on top, and then you got to put that metal plate back on top. I kind of feel like my system going to be working a little bit harder, or they say you might have to leave it open. So I might as well just grab the Sabron, and then you can mix the heat sink up. So you can have that Sabron heat sink, and then you can have the Farracuda internal memory inside your system, and it still work the same. So yeah, everybody say that Farracuda one is like the best.
Yeah, I agree. I'm definitely gonna upgrade my system sometime in the future. I don't feel like I need to do it right now just because there's not a lot of PlayStation 5 dedicated games that I want to play, and I could always download them and re-download them again. I still use my PS4 external hard drive for those PS4 games, but I don't really need it right now.
I got a question for y'all. Since we talking about Call of Duty and hard drive and everything like that, what would you say in all the Call of Duties would be the best crossover feature from another character? So you know how they just did Godzilla and everything like that, right? But before, I think it was Call of Duty Ghosts, they had like Michael Myers and the Predator and everything like that. So what special character has been the best character to come to Call of Duty out of all of them? Which one you say would be the best?
You know what?
Rambo.
I'm gonna go first.
Watch out for it because
I'm not really the biggest Call of Duty fan, bro.
Right.
And I'm saying that I'm not a fan because I am. I just don't play the games like that. But if I do, I only play for like the single player. But for the multiplayer, bro, when I saw the King Kong versus like Godzilla, mind you, I'm a big King Kong fan and Godzilla fan. So when I saw that announced, I was like, dude, I gotta at least experience what they're gonna do with it, how they're gonna live, blah 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 blah. And I went to a match, and dude, I was blown away. I was like, yo, this shit is hard, right? But then the more I started to see it, I kind of wish that they had done it better, like dealing with like the AI and all that. But to me, it was just dope, personally. So I personally like the Godzilla one, and get a King Kong shit. So yeah,
right, okay.
I personally like the Rambo crossover with John McClane as well. That was pretty dope to me.
Yeah,
especially having the tower there.
Yeah, that's hard.
Even though people don't categorize Die Hard as a Christmas movie, Die Hard is a Christmas movie.
It's definitely a Christmas movie.
They also had some of the little huts in Verdansk that they didn't really do anything with, and I thought they were gonna actually do something with, kind of similar to like Rambo's First Blood movie when he was in the tunnel. Mm-hmm. I thought they were gonna do something with that. They ain't do nothing, so I was kind of disappointed with that. But other than that, I like the Rambo.
Okay. My favorite one, I would have to say, was I like running around playing Assault on Cold War. That was fun. And I know it was like him on a bike and everything like that, but it was pretty cool to see it and everything like that. I mean, it's just like, since we're talking about it, I love games that does special characters and everything like that. So I'm gonna take it back just a little bit, but not too much. I remember Naruto's Ultimate Ninja Storm, I think it was 2 or 3 came, and then they took a character from Tekken and put in the game. I was like, oh wow, that's tight. And then they did on a PSP, they had Kratos and Soul Calibur, and then Soul Calibur 4 had like the Star Wars characters and everything like that. And then Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat is known for just having exclusive characters and everything like that. So it's just been a lot, and I really like games like that. I really like games where it's like, oh yeah, here's this character, this character, this character.
Cameos and
Like
shit.
with Injustice, too. You know, they had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and everything, and it's just dope because you would never see. Y'all would never thought I would see that happen. Like I would see the Turtles fight Scorpion. Like what? How does that even happen? But it did. You know what I'm saying? Or even with RoboCop fighting Terminator. Like what? I can really set this like these fan-made matches. It's like death battles, but in video games. Another one I will say is Celebrity Deathmatch. I think it was on a PS2 or 3. That was a fun game.
When I kicked your father hit it.
Right.
That is right.
Was Kratos was in Mortal Kombat, right?
Yeah, Kratos in Mortal. Kratos been in a lot of games. He was in Mortal Kombat. He was in Soul Calibur.
Mortal Kombat 9 to be exact.
Yes.
Yeah, because let's be honest, like there are some characters that just make sense. You know what I'm saying? To be part of like certain like being, like certain games and all that. But like me personally, I like crossovers, but only when it makes sense. When it don't make sense, it's just kind of like awkward or like kind of like forced to be there because for like a money grab or something like that. You know what I mean? So that's what I had to say about crossovers. But other than that, when it's done really well, it's done fantastic.
Yeah, that is true.
Y'all. So I did have a question for all y'all. But Richie, I'm gonna let you go because I know you gotta question to ask. No, because basically, I basically want to ask like J-Type in since we're talking about like the what you call it, the multiplayer. So do you guys remember God of War Ascension, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit was fun. It was different.
Did you guys like the multiplayer for that? Yeah.
Yep, I did.
Hell yeah, that shit was tight, bro.
I fucks with it personally. Now I understand why people did not like it, but at the same time, I was just like, this is not only different, but that's my style of like multiplayer games. I wasn't really get to like like shooter multiplayer because I feel like they were just freaking hard unless that I'm like doing like the campaign. But at least with God of War multiplayer, I felt more comfortable doing like the whole third person. We like fight shit, kill like an ogre or like kill each other. That shit was cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I kind of want to get you guys a perspective on that because I know that on the Tester 3, that was one of the biggest games that you guys were about to work on. Whoever became the tester, even though that they kind of spoiled it on one of the episodes, but that's okay. But at the same time, I would like just hear your thoughts on that.
So I'm gonna say this, and as of right now, we in 2022, you can download God of War using the new service that they have, or you can go buy it. And the servers for God of War Ascension are still up today. I actually played a match online because I was like, you know what? I got the platinum on my old account, but I was like, I'm gonna get on my new account as well. And it's an online trophy. And I was like, let me get this online trophy before they close the servers down. And I was able to get in a good match and everything like that. And it was fun. But the people now, because I ain't played in so long, man, and they got the characters maxed out. I'm talking about it was like one hit kills. Like this, it wasn't even fun at that time because I was like, damn, my character at level 0. And they characters at level like 50 and everything like that. You feel the difference. You feel the difference. But no, I liked it. It was something different. Now, I never thought I would see a God of War with a multiplayer and everything like that. And then they made it make sense. And out of all the God of Wars, it's the only one that had multiplayer. So yeah, I liked it. I personally liked it. I liked the story on it as well. So yeah.
Okay, fire. Okay, that's dope. So how about you, Sky Diddy? Oh shit, he probably left.
Here?
I can't even comment on this. I never had the privilege to play that game.
Well, where are you at right now? On PlayStation Premium. Do you got Premium or Extra? Because
I know,
it's on there.
I know it's on there. Yeah, I know it's on there. Just haven't.
You know what we should do? So. We should all just if y'all got it, we should download it, and we should all just play. Like, let's just play. That'd be dope as hell. Hey, today we playing retro shit.
Bro, you don't understand. Dude, that's like one of my dreams when I was in 8th grade. Was just like I want to play PlayStation with y'all. Like I remember getting a PS3, and then no, I had my PS3 back when I was like in 8th grade. I was just like, dude, I'm trying to add J Tight in like Sky Diddy. But of course, y'all was so popping at that time, I couldn't send like no friend requests. But since I got y'all, I would love to do that shit one day, bro. Like I would just DM you on on IG, add me, and then once I get that, I got you.
Oh yeah, I think that'd be fun.
I mean, Diddy
it's the easy platinum and it's fun. Go ahead, Diddy.
Oh, that's fire. Yeah, dude, I'm totally down. That'd be so tight. Because like mind you, that game by itself is like a big Tester 3 like game to like work on. So that's fire.
What really baffles me is why PlayStation hasn't brought back the tester. That baffles me. Only 2 seasons.
Yeah. And you know why?
Dope show.
Even though, well, I don't know why. I don't know why I'm speaking from my perspective since I've never been on the show. J Tight and Scott did, but I think the reason why I think is just because either because of Eco Raptor fans or because the show like as a whole it didn't do so good as in like ratings of saying like wasn't a good show, wasn't this, wasn't that. If you actually go on the tester on Google, but us PlayStation fans who actually saw like the first and second season, even the third, we loved it. We were like, dude, where's the damn tester season 4? We don't get it. So we don't know. I mean, me personally, I don't know why they stopped it, but it was like a PlayStation exclusive only show. Like that could have kept on going. I don't know what are the inner workings of why they didn't do it. Maybe because of whatever there was, but it should have happened. Though. It should have happened.
No, I agree with you 10,000% on that. When we found out after we had done airing and everything like that, we had found out this was gonna be the last show. We had asked them like, after that air and everything like that, why is y'all not making another one and everything like that? Because it's like the show really popular. And they had said it's because Sony felt like they achieved what they wanted to achieve out of their 3 seasons, that they did it. And you guys was the greatest season we had on there. That's what the producers were telling us and everything like that. But personally, I feel like the Eagle Raptor fan base, you know what I'm saying? Because again, they go by views, because it wasn't on regular TV, it was on YouTube. So if Sony put a lot of money into that, you know what I'm saying? The camera guys, people had to get paid for that. So if they feel like they didn't get a big turnaround when it comes to money wise and everything like that, it was a lot of negative because of how they did Eagle Raptor. And I will say this, they did do Eagle Raptor a little dirty. Okay. Like, he was the fan favorite and he got saved. I feel like they would have sent him home in that first episode. The show would have just been shitty as hell. Not with him being gone, because me and Diddy and everybody else will still be there, but just with other people in the comments, because it got a lot of views, but it got a lot of comments to match them views that's negative.
Right, which sucks because, bro, you understand, me being 8th grade, I was like, when I hit 18, I want to I'm gonna see if I could go on there, blah blah blah. When they have Tetris season 7, whatever the case may be. But yeah, like to me, I find it bullshit because for me, dude, I used to watch the tester off the freaking PlayStation Network. I remember doing that every week. I will literally go to, dude, I'm getting nostalgia crazy right now. Oh my god, I will be on my PSP and I will literally go to the store. I will get for the tester each week. I used to get pissed off when they didn't give us the finale. They'll give us all the extras, and then the following week you actually get the 8th episode. I remember those days, but I never watched it on YouTube. I never watched it on YouTube.
I was thinking to myself, I knew YouTube. Mm-hmm.
So that was thinking to myself that only people who actually download the episodes that would matter, and that don't freaking any negative comments, because I never had a comment to put on YouTube because I didn't see it on YouTube, so I didn't get it. I was like, what the heck?
Right, it was right from the console and everything like that, and that was the most beautiful thing, is just having it on there. Another thing I want to say too is this, that I feel like they could have did it like how they do Jersey Shore. Like Jersey Shore, they got a new season coming out and everything like that with the same people. And I'm just like, dang, how come MTV haven't ended this yet? I think maybe if they would have partnered up with like MTV or something like that, or where it could actually be aired on live TV and stuff like that, and people could actually tune in more, Sony probably would have been able to get a little bit more money out of it as well. Because you got to think about it like this
Right.
too. If it don't make money, it don't make sense. I don't think they do nothing
Yep.
that they don't feel that's not gonna make no money. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. That's true.
So
But the thing is, yeah. I mean,
I really feel like the tester was for the
It's like,
gamers. It was for the fans because
right.
at that time like that, I didn't really know about YouTube monetizing and all stuff like that. But I never watched it on YouTube anyway. I just downloaded it and I watched it right from my system and everything like that. So for me, it personally feel like they didn't make enough money on what they wanted to do. They probably didn't get enough downloads and everything like that. You know, I don't know how they make money off the show. I don't know how Sony put money in their pocket to do it. So that's why I gotta say I really feel like the tester was really for the gamers. Like, we're gonna do this for our community and everything like that, you know?
I mean, the
Right.
marketing as well. The marketing wasn't great for the show. They could have done a better job at putting their show out there. The only reason I found out the tester was around was my cousin, because he was into PlayStation as much as I was, and he was like, "Yo, watch this show," and I was like, "Yo," started watching it, and I was like, "Yo, this show's dope."
Right. I think for me, I just like stumbled on it, or I'm trying to remember what I did. I think I actually was like previewing an episode, and then I felt up watching all the episodes. I think that's what happened for like one season. By the time I was like, "Yo, this is dope," the freaking second season came out, and that's like the third season, and that's when I was just like, "Oh my god, this is like the greatest show ever." But I think also too, why the test is not here also, because I also feel like because of the some of the judges, because you gotta be honest, even with like the first season, people like, let's say, and shout out to like Brent Brent Goki, but like even he got complaints where it was just like, wait a minute, this particular contestant did all this bad stuff. Why is this person still staying? This is like horrible judging. Why is the show just even here? Now, mind you, me being a kid, I didn't see stuff like that, but the other people did. So they also said, okay, this show don't make no sense. So that's why it got like a lower rating. But like you said, it was for the gamers. You know what I mean? And since that was for the gamers, I do feel like if there wasn't a celebrity on that show, I feel like we will still have it till this day. Because let's be honest, all those people on that panel were not like famous people that had big freaking accounts. They were just people who love PlayStation, who love video games, and who's a fan of the tester. It wasn't because I want to clout chase.
Well, they were known around the gaming circles, so that was their audience.
Right, exactly. Now, the only celebrity that I can really think of the first season was possibly what's that chick name? She was like skinny. She had a whole bunch of like piercings. I think her name was Star.
Yeah, Star. She actually went to work on a sci-fi show.
Yeah, and turns out I didn't even know that like she was like the biggest Guitar Hero person in the world. I had no idea. But even looking at that perspective, I was thinking to myself like, dang, like that's crazy. But I feel like the season that got died out the most was the third season. And I think to myself like, dude, these people on this cast are doing really, really well. They're entertaining, they're funny, they're like charismatic, they're not boring, and they actually just like being themselves. So I'm like, why is the show getting so much hate over like one person? That just makes no sense. So yeah, so even to this day, it still bamboozles me. But I remember watching Mo Chocolate stream, and then he said, dude, even to this day, people are saying we need a Tester season 4. But I'm like, the way how things are looking now, I don't see that happening. I would love for it to come back, me personally. But the way how it is, it's just like, damn, you know what I mean? Like they had something good. But I do feel like we live in a day and age where there's one big YouTuber where he's like actually reacting to all the other testers. which that's to get more views. So I feel like if you get like a newer audience now to see how popular the show is, the way how it was back then, you could possibly bring it back. But I don't know. I really don't know how like they're gonna get that on the we'll keep it going, you know?
Right.
Yeah,
I wish they would have kept it going.
I love the tester, bro. Yeah, bro, same here. I would love to meet y'all. You were kind of crazy if I actually was on the show and like you and a guy that he was like the freaking what was it? The surprise guest. Yeah, bro, that'd be fire, bro. I was waiting for that moment after season 3, bro. I was waiting for that moment just to see y'all again.
Yes, Lord.
There you go.
Yeah,
there you go. Did he had a couple of questions for you? He wanted to know how you feel about God of War Ascension having multiplayer.
Oh, I did. I think I jumped on that earlier. That multiplayer was dope. It was different. It was something unique. You run around. What was it like? What was the mode? I forgot what mode it was. Man, we got to fight the big ass ogre that sent over the fucking background. You got to whoop his ass real quick so you can get away and take the capture the flag or some shit like that. And that was a dope little feature. That was dope. First God of War multiplayer. The story was solid. You know what I mean? It was in between. It was during the time there was the 10 years of just doing shit for the gods within them. Things like the first God of War. 10 years. I've been serving you bitch ass gods, and y'all said I got these dreams about my head, these nightmares. I mean, so within that 10 years. Okay, thank you. Within that 10 years, that essentially was going on. That happened. That supposed to have happened right after he got his blades of chaos from or he got the God of War after making a deal with Ares, talking about, yeah, if you destroy all my enemies, I'll fucking be your slave. Ares is like, oh yeah, for sure. Take the chains on your wrists, burn. Here these fucking blades of chaos. And I do my bidding, and we good. So I like that little in between story. You know, shit was dope.
Right.
Also, I wanted to ask you guys, have y'all heard of that game Quantum Error that's supposed to be dropping either this year or next year? If y'all have, what can you tell me more about it through the grapevine, that all the information y'all been getting about it?
Quantum Theory I've heard of, or whatever that game was called back on like PS3 games. That game had high potential, but it just wasn't it. But this other game, I never heard of it. I gotta look it up on YouTube. Yeah, I don't know about Quantum Error. I gotta look that up. What kind of was it? Like a third person, first person? Was it Alien? Was it what?
Well, it's supposed to be a mixture of Doom and Dead Space mixed together.
Ooh, wait a minute. You said Quantum who? You got me
Quantum
intrigued.
Error.
What did he say on Django? He said, "You had my curiosity, my attention. Now you got my curiosity." Quantum.
Hold on. Let me look it up. I'll tell you exactly. I seen it earlier today. I'm surprised I posted. Yeah, it's a cosmic horror game.
Quantum Error?
Yeah. It's made by Team Kill Media. They're the developers.
Let's see it. Quantum Error. Oh, you got some little teasers on it already. Okay. I mean, so far, my little thriller, scary little movie. I mean, game that's coming out. That's just right now to me is number one in horror and fear and shit like that is Callisto. Yeah, that might be the hardest looking game I've seen yet. But it's Quantum Error. Oh, this game. They've been talking about this game forever. This is say 2020.
They finally, I think, from what I've been reading, they might drop it around holiday time, if not 2023.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm about to see what it look like. You said Doom You said Doom /
Dead Space.
Dead Space. I'm intrigued. I don't like scary games, but it gotta be a game that's gonna scare the shit out of me, but be original too. Like I said, I'm over Resident Evil games. They just keep coming out with these remakes. I'm over it. I don't think Resident Evil is out. They did enough to where I don't need to play Resident Evil games no more ever. I don't want to play Resident Evil game ever again. I played every last Resident Evil game. I do not need to replay them. We redo the remakes of 4 and 5. You're gonna redo 6. You're gonna redo all that shit. Fuck all that. I gotta let that go. I say that for the end generation.
You can only take the zombie storyline so far.
That's what I'm saying. So I'm over that. But all this Quantum Error and this Callisto and all that, oh yeah, y'all can have a franchise of this. Give me more. Just don't jack it up.
I definitely know that Dead Space remake is not going to disappoint, though.
Oh, not at all. Not at all. I got Dead Space 1 and 2 on PS3. Hell yeah. What y'all felt about this? Me and Jay talked about this earlier. What y'all felt about Disney acquiring Dragon Ball, at least the cinematic universe version?
I'll tell you, Toei needed a cash cow, so to make these live action movies. So I feel like it's a good move for Toei. Yeah, that's what I believe. It's gonna be live action.
Well, Disney acquired the rights to the live action of Dragon Ball.
When they got Fox, they grabbed Dragon Ball live action, not the animated. Not the animation, that's still owned by Akira Toriyama and Toei Animation and shit like that, but the live action spectrum. So when it comes to live actions, Disney is only owns the right to Dragon Ball's live action, not none of the anime.
Now, so Toriyama still does have say in the project to give his input.
Oh, yeah, of course. No. Absolutely. Have to. Disney better not go behind their back and make their own version. That shit will be trash. Do it like it's been told. It's live action and make the CGI incredible. They're gonna make the money back. They know that the Dragon Ball franchise, the Dragon Ball fan base is massive, and it's the way where Disney can yet again capitalize and monopolize like they've been doing with everything else. Just do it right.
I mean, but knowing Disney, you know they're gonna make it rated PG-13. They won't make a rated R.
Oh, of course. That's cool. It ain't gotta be rated R. It can be PG-13. I mean, shit, Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness is PG-13, and motherfuckers getting Mortal Kombat killed now, and I wasn't even rated R. So if one cat get killed like a rat has gotta die, it can still be PG-13 because technically every Disney animated movie that ever came out, somebody damn near 98% of the time dies in it. If it was a good guy or a bad guy, somebody gotta die. And they all for kids. So they can go PG-13 and make that shit action-packed, and a couple cats die every so often. It is Dragon Ball. You can't come back to life, so it ain't like you're technically dead. You're just in an alternate realm, so to speak. So I won't want to see a rated R Dragon Ball.
But I mean, to me, like I said, like it's already coming to a point where like the mouse owns everything. Like it's just inevitable, right?
True.
I do feel like as long as you do it justice, I have no problem. But I'm not really a fan of like usually some shows going to like movies. Same thing with like me with like when it comes to video games like movies, it has to be really really great. But the most things that I see are I was like, yo, this shit is really really bad. You know what I mean? So. I personally, I'm a big Dragon Ball Z like fan, like I really am, and I just hope like they do it justice because what I don't want is like some corny, like rated G nonsense. You know what I mean?
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yeah, bro. Like, dude, that ridiculous, right? Like. I was afraid that Disney was gonna freaking mess up the new Deadpool 3. I'm like, no, dude, Deadpool 3 is supposed to be a raunchy, rated R, crazy movie. It shouldn't be no PG-13 nonsense, or because you want to appease the little kids. No, dude, Avengers Endgame was supposed to be rated R. And do you know what the freaking director said, bro? In Infinity War, remember how Thanos was like walking in the Soul World, and like his feet was like walking. Dude, that water was supposed to be blood. It was supposed to be water, supposed to be blood. And then for Endgame, And then for
I know that.
Endgame, when Thanos, when he came back to see Captain America, Iron Man, and Tony Stark, right? Thanos, he didn't say a word. He got Captain America's head from the past, and then he rolled his skull to Captain America to say, "This is what was going to happen to you." But Disney stopped it because they said it was really too much. But I'm like, dude, do you know how freaking impactful that would have been if that was in the movie?
That would have been tough if they did it like this, make it like they did Justice League Snyder Cut. Just give me a 4-hour in game and add all that shit to it and put that shit on Disney Plus.
Right.
And make that shit rated, whatever the case is, because Deadpool did drop a Christmas edition of like Deadpool PG-13. It was more funny and everything. It was cool. It was cool. It didn't have to be too much like. We know, like, he the merc with the mouth. He talk reckless. He kill motherfuckers. He don't give a fuck. That's Deadpool. But then again, they can't dumb it down and do like a little goofy ass Deadpool. Kind of like they did the Deadpool featured in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2, where he was all up in the game, playable. I think he was a playable character. Talking shit, whooping ass and all that. He wasn't doing too much. He ain't technically got a cuss, but you can still make it. I mean, shit, nowadays they can do what they want to do. They just made Scarlet Witch rated R as fuck, so they can go crazy now. And even they can have like at the beginning, like, I mean, I don't know if y'all watched the Obi-Wan Kenobi series, but the last episode, right in the beginning, it said,
don't say don't spoil it for me.
This not a spoiler. This not a spoiler. It said in the beginning, it said, viewers, discretion is advised. This may be harmful for some viewers to watch. I said, what? Oh shit! And that's all it said. So I'm like, oh, they just throw that to the beginning so people can know. Hey man, it might go down. Just so y'all know. Just give y'all a little heads up. So you want your kids to see it? Fuck it.
I'm watching that episode. I'm watching the second to last episode today.
Bro, that last episode of Obi-Wan, though, they did that. That shit was off the chain. That's how you end it. Sex is only 6 episodes, but that's how you end that Obi-Wan. That's probably the best Star Wars series. It's better than Boba Fett and Mandalorian to me. Stay tight. You still you up? But Jay Tight yeah, he was. That Jay Tight turned to knock out right in the middle of some shit. This might be past his bedtime.
No, I'm here.
Yo, goddamn lie. You ain't here. You was knocked out.
No, I heard everything y'all was saying. I was not asleep. I'm just sitting here thinking about the show coming back. I'm sitting here thinking about a bunch of stuff.
Mutual. I heard. I said, hell, man. Oh, that's Jay Tight sleep. Make sure you edit that out when you post the video on YouTube. You fool.
Oh, I'm crying.
You do it to yourself. You did it. You did it.
But yeah, back to that Dragon Ball. If they can do it right, then I'll be fine. But the question is, are they going to start off with Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball?
That's what I was telling Jay Tight. I was like, Jay Tight, if they was to do it like they want to do like the Avengers, have like a 10-year stretch of the beginning, each individual character, should they have their own story? Should Krillin get a movie or a series? Should Yamcha, Tien, Chaozu, so often? They should just go ahead and just do it since they already put it out there. Just do Planet Vegeta, Bardock story, how Frieza came through, how he hate you monkeys, aka Saiyans and shit like that. Before the planet blow up, he sent a couple Saiyans off into the universe so they can thrive and strive, and then Goku story and all that shit like that. And do like a 10-year up until from Dragon Ball, from that until like that'd be Dragon Ball from the Planet Vegeta before it get blown up, the story, the Bardock story, Vegeta story, Mission Broly, up into Goku hits Earth, bumps his head, mayhem, and then once they get that little series of movies going, as soon as Gohan born is the Z time. You know what I mean? So I would say like 10 or 20 years, if they do it right, Dragon Ball can survive 10, 20 years. They should start Dragon Ball. I would never judge Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, but the question is, are they going to do the new Bardock story or the old original one?
They can do new.
Okay, so this what I came up with. They give us like 30-minute to like 15-minute like recap. You know what I'm saying? Not all the Dragon Ball, the Red Ribbon Army, running all that when Goku was a little kid. Give us all that in a recap. Show his dad, you know how they do Superman? They show his dad, planet blowing up, all stuff like that. Boom. Then they go to Goku. He hit his head, he grew up, everything like that, right? And then the movie picked up at the last part of Dragon Ball when he's fighting Piccolo. Not King Piccolo when he's a kid, but new Piccolo. They pick up at the tournament and everything like that. And then that's how you do the first movie. Boom. And then you go right into the next movies where it'll be the Saiyans. Each arc would be a movie. You got the Saiyans, then you got Frieza, then you got Boo. And then you can do some GT, I mean not GT Super, and then some GT, because I like GT, so I'm going to throw that in there.
You going 2 hour each arc? You going 2 hour each arc? That's going to be hard as hell to do.
So instead of
I wouldn't
why
say,
not do a series?
Well, that too. Do a series with live action and put on Disney Plus. I think that'd be a hit too. But I'm just saying, like, I don't think they need to do a movie showing like the whole his dad arc and everything like that. Yeah, it'd be good and everything like that, you know, showing him fight Frieza and everything like that. But I think that's
something for the masses.
I think that's something they can do in Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like how they did that in Superman, where it just showed like his dad and them, and the planet blowing up and Zog and all that stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? How they send off his right, and then it went to Superman on Earth, and then he got to fight Zog and all that stuff again. You know what I'm saying? It went through that, and that Superman movie is fantastic. He did a great job as Superman. I was like, oh wow. So I feel like if they was to do it like that Superman movie, right? Give us a little like 45 minutes, 30 minutes or whatever, just showing that. And then the rest of the movie, it could be like an hour and 30 minutes. Then the rest of the movie is, okay, Goku life as that teenage era that we really didn't get to see. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to see all his kid stuff, but after he defeated King Piccolo, we didn't see no more of him until the next tournament. And when the next tournament came, was when he fought New Piccolo. And that was still all Dragon Ball. You know what I'm saying? And then we didn't see Gohan until he went in Dragon Ball Z to Master Roshi house and everything like that to go see all his friends and everything like that. Oh yeah, I'm married. And oh look, who is that? Oh, that's my son. Everybody was tripping like, what? Then Raditz came over there. First Raditz beat down Piccolo. Then he went over there and gave Goku the kneecap. And then he took his son and said, come see me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if they give us that 30 to 45 minutes of just like recap and everything, do it real good, and then give us that, you know, well, this is how he is now, a teenager, the tournament and everything. Everybody getting ready to be at the tournament. And now you seeing Tien, Shinhan, you seeing Yamcha, Krillin, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, snaps. And make that movie about just that martial arts scene and everything like that. Like, okay, then he beat him. I don't know. I'm just saying, I just feel like instead of them trying to milk all Dragon Ball, the Red Ribbon arc, the Android 8 arc, and all that stuff in Dragon Ball, I feel like it'd be better if they did it like that, because Dragon Ball Evolution, it was just trash, but it was about Velma. She want to find the Dragon Balls. Goku was in high school and like, what is this bullshit? So I feel like they need to do it just a little different. That's just me when we talk about Dragon Ball. That's all I got. Or damn it, let Netflix do it, okay? Let Netflix do it.
Don't let Netflix do a damn thing. Let Disney do it. Let Disney milk it. Fuck that. Milk that shit. Milk that. Give me everything. Don't dumb it down. Make that shit short. Milk that shit. Dragon Ball is too long. So that's have about 6 movies and that's it. Milk the shit out of Dragon Ball.
Yeah. They're talking about it's going to sustain them for 15 years. So if that's the case, then they're going to milk that a lot of it.
They're going to milk that motherfucker.
Oh, yeah. They're going to milk it. If they're doing 15, 30 year run and this is what they're going to do, then they're going to give us, they're going to have it like probably, I would say how they did that Marvel Spider-Man, how we're going to see him grow up from that little kid all the way up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. I don't want it to be like Wolverine. You know what I'm saying? Logan. Like how that character, he played that one character for 15 plus years, and he was in even the spin-off movies, that nigga was still there. Like, you know, because he was the face of X-Men. Wolverine was the face of X-Men, like, to this day. Like, he's the face of X-Men. And I don't mind, but it's just like, if you find a good character and they can run that long, do that shit. Hell yeah. They don't want to do nothing else or anything like that, do it. But it's just tight. It gets to the point to where maybe that actor might get tired of playing that character, because that happens sometimes. Like, I've been playing this character for 30 plus years. I don't want to play him no more. You know what I'm saying? Get somebody else
Fuck
to do it.
that.
Then they
Fuck
got to
that.
kill him off.
Fuck that. Nah, fuck that. You now Goku. So whoever picked this dude to be Goku, nigga, you Goku. That's just how it is. I mean, they say like, yeah, I want to be known as that character. Nigga, that's who you is. When you see Robert Downey Jr. in the streets, bro, you Iron Man. I don't care what roles you
Yeah,
play.
I don't
You see
even see him
Wolverine,
at
bro, you
Sherlock Holmes or
Wolverine.
all the other movies he was in.
Would
They're
you
just
be
Iron Man.
upset? Would you be upset if you played a character, say you played, I don't know who to play, and would you be upset that you made all this money and you huge worldwide off this popular character they put out there? Would you be upset to play that same role and they look at you as that character everywhere you go? Unless you're a bad guy or asshole, if you play like Thanos or some shit, then yeah,
Hell
then
no,
people will try
I'm
to
gonna
test you every
keep it
time.
100. If I was in Robert Downey Jr. shoes, nah, nigga, kill Captain America, nigga. I still want to be here. Give me them checks. Stop playing with me. I'm gonna
I'm
be this
just
character for
saying.
as long as I can be this character till I die. So
Oh,
that's
they're
different
I
for
gonna
don't
me
bring
though.
care
him back.
if I don't care if the main
You know what's
character, if
crazy
that's what
though?
he's known as. Fuck that shit. This is what we're gonna give you. Look, it's a 15-year process. You gonna be this main character. It's the money we're gonna give you. Is you with it? Hell yeah. So I
The
don't want
question
anybody
You
to
agree
complain
is,
about
about
that?
you not want to be in a
question is
character. You know what I'm saying?
who will play him? Who's gonna play Goku? Who
I
will
Oh,
don't
we
know.
need
be
somebody patient. I'm sorry.
Goku should be CGI. Fuck that. Like they did, like they did. Josh Brolin as Thanos. Stop. Josh Brolin as Thanos. Just CGI his
That's
ass.
hilarious.
Disney got enough money. Like they did
Right.
Luke Skywalker and Boba Fett. CGI his ass. It's cool. It ain't gotta be an Asian because Goku not even
But
Asian.
if you
Goku is
look
an
at the scenes
alien from
how they
outer
did
space.
that, they had Henry. I think Henry Cavill come in there and he
No,
did like his scenes.
you're not Goku. You're too fucking old to be Goku. This 15 years. You got to grow into your character. So you got to be a cool, smooth looking brother that can grow into his character. Not too old and not way too young. If y'all can't find a character, then he can't be Asian because Goku is an alien. Who else is alien? Tien, alien. You can make Krillin Asian. You can make Yamcha probably a white surf south dude or something like that. Piccolo is an alien. You know, Goku alien, bro.
Piccolo black.
Make
Yeah,
Goku
Piccolo.
whoever
Yeah,
you
Piccolo.
cast has to be between the ages of 12 to 17 years old. Whoever you
12,
cast as Goku.
at least 17 years. 17, you right.
Yeah, I thought Goku was like 8 years old when he was whooping on the Red River Army. I thought he
Right.
was like
Just
anywhere
saying.
from 8 to 10 beating up on them niggas. But I don't know.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
that's two
No, you're
separate.
right. You're
I
little.
have two separate Gokus. Have the young one for the flashbacks, and then the current day one, the one that's gonna play him for a while.
I'm telling you, bro,
Just like a
they
little
can milk.
sidebar.
They can milk it. They can milk it. I just don't want it to be like, damn, this is a filler episode though. Like, because Dragon
Listen,
Ball known for fillers.
they're gonna milk it like Netflix is gonna milk this One Piece series, which I feel like is gonna be trash and it's gonna ruin the anime.
Oh,
Oh,
nah, but I feel that shit
Levi's
too.
here, by the way. You want to add him?
Oh, yep.
You
Add
know
my
what?
boy.
I had like a little sidebar to what you said about in terms of the whole, you know, playing as like one particular character forever, right? Even the Spider-Man actor himself, not Tom McGuire, it was Tom Holland. He said he's all like, yeah, the reason why I want to stop doing Spider-Man movies is just because I don't want to get, you know, pigeonholed. But I'm like, dude, you was pigeonholed since the first movie of you coming out as Spider-Man, I think in like Civil War. Like,
Right.
I'm pretty
That's your
sure
ass, huh?
these people tell you, you do know that once you start this, there is no going back in terms of like people going to see you as this character. So I
Right.
can see why so for me personally, I know why Iron Man died because let's be honest, his contract was coming up. I see Robert Downey Jr. now. This man is a full-on grandpa. You know what I mean? So I knew that for a fact that he was not going to be Iron Man forever. I mean, hell, he was Iron Man in movies that wasn't Iron Man. You know what I mean? So I get it why you have to stop a character at a particular point. But at the same time, you do know that you are going to be this character for a very long time or forever, because that is just what the the superhero movies are. That's why the DCEU is so messed up now, because they keep trying to like switch up characters and like change up characters. You're making everybody confused. Nobody's not going to understand. So by the time y'all have a new movie or a new character come out, they're going to be like, "What the hell is this?" I mean, hell, they even said that they're trying to make the new Superman Michael B. Jordan. But I'm like, okay, how can you make that make
I'm
sense?
down with that though. I ain't even
If
gonna lie though.
literally, I'm not saying that I'm hating on it, but at the same time, it's just like, dude, like if you have a original Superman already, things that we already know, right? And you just give us a whole new Superman. It's like, dude, you just switched it up out of nowhere. That's just going to just confuse everybody. So I feel like once you are down for that role, you're down for that role for a very long time until they kill off your character.
Yeah. It's the multiverse. So
Levi, I'm gonna catch
Superman.
you up right now, Levi. I'm gonna catch you up right now.
Catch me up, please.
So we in the after party, y'all. This is where everybody talking and we just talking topics. But the show was about pretty much is in the title. Sony not going to be at Gamescom, and Sony has a new show, not a showcase, but they have a product line that they're going to show, new products. Pretty much they're going to show on the 28th of this month. And then we talked about other little knickknacks, giving some Twitter users who like customized and made their PS5 Slim, and also made like move sticks for I think it's called Shifu, the karate game and everything like that. So it was pretty cool. But Shamor, to say what you was saying now, Chris Evans was like, he did an interview. He was like, he will rather come back as Human Torch than to do Captain America again. Like he had so much fun being Human Torch than he did being Captain America. Because he was like, a lot of the spotlight was on. Yeah, he did that. He said in an interview. I was like, oh, you know what? But for me, it's cool because I would like to see him come back and be Human Torch again and everything like that. That was pretty cool because like I've never seen a person.
Why do you feel that way?
He just felt like it was a lot of pressure on him because he was the next to the star and everything like that, next to Robbie Downey Jr. and everything like that, And the role was more strict. It wasn't comic relief. Like Human Torch is comic relief. You know what I'm saying? He's serious, but he comic relief. And then another thing too is like seeing him now. He still kind of look young, but when I think of Human Torch, I think of somebody in their 20s, somebody getting female, somebody who having fun, living their life, fighting, being him and Ben, they got into it all the time in the comics and stuff like that. They would fight all the time. So it was just like, okay, I see why you want to play that role compared to Captain America and everything like that,
Right. Okay, that actually makes sense. I mean, think about it. Even in terms of like Spider-Man, dude, I really think that we're going to like. Oh, I'm not sure if like anybody saw Spider-Man No Way Home, and this is not really going to be like a spoiler, but it's like one.
The movie not that great. Go ahead, spoil
it. Okay. Basically, the whole trilogy was just one big origin story. And the fact that he said that I don't want to play Spider-Man no more, I really think that they're going to think and be like, you know what? Let's get us Miles Morales. Let's make Tommy, not Tommy McGuire. I keep saying Tommy McGuire. Tom Holland Spider-Man a villain because we're going to introduce Venom, possibly get him killed so that he can stop playing Spider-Man. Right? I feel like that's how they're going to do it. Like now going forward, but who knows? But just like you said, like once you are like down for that character, you have to be with that character for a very long time until like the wheels fall off. I mean, look at Thor. Thor has been Thor since the freaking beginning of the MCU. Now he having Thor 4. I'm pretty sure he want to be like, you know what? I'm tired of doing this Thor. Maybe this next Thor movie is probably be the end of Thor. We do not know. And that's like he dies. But he probably just be like, nah, like I kind of want to do something else. You know what I mean?
Wait, Tom said he didn't want to play Spider-Man at all anymore?
Who? Oh yeah.
He said that in an interview. I'm fine with that because he got the Uncharted series.
Wait. Time out. Where can I find that though? Like, where can I find this information?
You can Google it. You'll be able to see it.
Even Doctor Strange said he gonna take a time out from being Doctor Strange for a while. The nigga that played Thor, he been making like little Netflix shows and shit like that. So a lot of cats that came out and said they want to take a time out on their character because they just tired of playing that character. They want to do some other shit. So they,
It says
but they got a contract with him.
His comment about not wanting to play Spider-Man at 30. That says December 8th of 2021.
But that's cool though, you know what I mean? Because like I said, in the comics, Spider-Man got to go any damn way, and that's gonna bring in Miles Morales. You see enough Spider-Man to kill him off by the way of the Sinister Six, like in the comics, and the birth of Miles Morales is born. Kind of like the movie. the fucking Into Spider-Verse. The nigga gonna die, and that's gonna be a new birth of Spider-Man, and that's just gonna be it. He ain't gonna retire. He gotta go. You gotta kill all my boys, Peter Parker. He got to go. He'll be all right.
Speaking on what Shamor was saying, though, like, now that I sit here and think about, like, because I've seen all those Spider-Man movies, those Spider-Man movies are different from the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, that the 3 that he made, because you're right. Like, I've never seen him really fight like a real ass villain until Green Goblin came. Like, Mysterio wasn't a real villain for me, and Spider-Man Vulture wasn't a real villain for me. It was just like, these are origin little stories and everything like that. But when I see that Sam Raimi, his trilogy, Doc Ock, that was a real ass villain. Like, what I'm trying to say is, I think the early Spider-Man movies, Sam Raimi, his movies that he did for that Spider-Man had better. I wasn't seeing a Peter Parker that was in high school. I was seeing a Peter Parker that's like, okay, I'm a grown ass man now, and I'm out here finding some villains who really trying to take my life.
Although I feel he was in high school in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Right. This is true.
He was in high school, but he was going into college.
Right.
I mean,
so he was like, and this grown man shit, got my apartment and everything like that. Where it was with this Spider-Man, he lived with Aunt May for a long time. Like, I didn't really see him. Right. So it's just what I'm saying is, like, it's just cool to see. Damn, we got all these Spider-Man movies, right? And to see this trilogy compared to the other trilogy, and I'm only doing the 3 because Andrew Garfield only got 2. You see where it's like, if I had to put these in order, I would say the Spider-Man No Way Home is all that one would come first, and then the Sam Raimi, because when I see Tom Holland play Spider-Man, I see a high school kid. Even in the last one, I see the stuff that he was going to, like the other Spider-Man came to be his mentor and everything like that. So it was like how you said, it was like an origin story. If you're really thinking about, like, it was his whole origin story and everything like that. And then to see the other Spider-Mans come into that movie and be a parent figure into, like, hey, look, we know what you're going through. This happened to us. We all lost Uncle Ben. None of them lost Aunt May, but we lost that person that really was our light. You know what I'm saying? So it was real good to see Tobey Maguire, Toby come back and be like the one from Spider-Verse. Like, yeah, I'm just chilling, man. I don't even do Spider-Man no more, nigga. Like this.
Yeah,
it's whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
he definitely.
That's exactly like when I seen him. I seen that character from Spider-Verse.
Screen, man. Golly, he definitely was not there. Oh man.
And Andrew, when I see Andrew Garfield come and he was on it was like, oh, this is my brother I never had. I had like, okay, they all brothers, but you could tell that Sam Raimi was the older brother. Like, I'm just chilling, man. This is what y'all do and everything. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? So it was, at the end of the day, it was still for me. I liked it, but just going off what you said, that's just my own take on it and everything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But nah, Levi, you got some topics you want to talk about?
Oh no, I'm following y'all. I disagree a little bit about the Spider-Man. Not too much, not too heavy. I don't think those early Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies are as good as people think. I think it's just like it's a good nostalgia trip though. It's definitely good to look back on, but those movies did not age that well personally.
Well, honestly, I know that's not. Well, guess what? You know what? I'm not even going to debate, but I will say that Spider-Man 2 of Sam Raimi was Doc Ock. It's one of the most greatest Spider-Man. One of the most greatest Spider-Man movies. I wouldn't say superhero movies of all time. Was the second Spider-Man movie. This way how the story was, how it progressed, all that. Like it's top tier, bro.
Spider-Man 3 was the worst.
What was the worst?
Spider-Man 3 was the worst one.
Trash can.
Worse than part 1?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. 3 was
worse
terrible.
than Spider-Man 2 with the Electro?
Y'all haven't seen Spider-Man 1 in a long time, man.
To be honest, Spider-Man
1
was
Electro is hard
with Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx was dope as Electro. Like don't get me wrong. Like a lot of people criticize Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield, but he did a phenomenal job. That was a great film. Like, and people are not looking from the outside in; they're looking from the inside out. They're criticizing the bad, but not looking at the good.
I just think everyone has those first 3 Spider-Man movies just trapped in their kid brain. They're just trapped in nostalgia. Those movies did not age worth a damn. Like at
Which one?
all.
Not
That
you mean
first,
3 is a
Which
three is
ones
a
though?
or
all of them, 1 through 3, and I love part
1
2.
through
All
3.
3 of them shits
Well,
did not age
see,
well.
Levi,
this is
that's
the
different.
not
When
this is
you
like the
say
early 2000s.
aged,
I mean, today's technology
when
and
you
shit is
say
advanced since
aged,
then.
Oh,
like
I
when you
mean,
say
technology
age,
is
that's a
one
big.
thing. I mean, Shawshank
But
Redemption
we
is still a good movie, and that movie came out in '93.
That ain't had
Like,
no
right,
it's
but when
not
you say
superpowers and all that
age, you know what
wild
I mean,
shit
you
either.
think like when you talk about like story and everything like that. So it's a lot to say. Oh, it didn't age well and everything like that. I mean, the CGI and everything like that. Look, it don't look as good as the new stuff. But
I'm not
when I'm
talking
talking about
about
like
graphically.
story wise and whatnot.
That's what I'm
So when
talking
you say
about,
age,
Bill. I'm
what you
not
talking
talking
about?
about
Story?
graphically. Yes, story wise, them shits is trash. Them shits
I
is
wouldn't say trash.
garbage. I'm not
I wouldn't
talking
say
about the
garbage.
I'm not talking about the CGI and whatnot, because
But that's the
there's
thing though.
movies
Oh,
from
you
the
talking about
there's
story?
movies
You
from
just
the
talking about story.
yeah,
The
because
story
there's
is
movies
trash. Okay.
But
exactly
but
because there's
but
movies from the '80s that use animatronics and all of that still look good to this day. I mean, of course, they don't
what
look as good as like a computer, but they still look
what
good.
that's
But those first 3 Spider-Man movies, those stories are not solid at all. Like those movies
well that's
just
the crazy
aren't
part.
that great. Like they are definitely trapped in that time period. Like I wouldn't want to put that shit on today necessarily. Although I did watch Spider-Man 2 earlier this year. I watched it in like March. And I was like, oh, this is kind of enjoyable. It's okay. But that first one is so hard to watch. It's crazy. Go watch that first Spider-Man again. Go watch that
But
shit
that's the
right
thing
now.
though. That's the thing though, because like me personally, like you're totally right about the whole nostalgic factor, right? Because I remember when Iron Man 3, I mean sorry not Iron Man 3, when Spider Man 3 came out, dude, I was literally in freaking third grade. Of course, that was like the most greatest movie to me, right? I'm 23 years old. I literally watched that back like a few months ago, and I said, I don't know how in the world I used to like this movie. The CGI is trash. The story is whatever. The villains are horrible. I don't know why would anybody would even like this, except for nostalgic factor, right? But I have to be honest with myself and say the second one is freaking fantastic. It's one of the best Marvel movies ever because of the story and all that. Now, for the first Spider-Man movie, I ain't gonna lie to you, I actually love the first Spider-Man movie, but I do understand that it was around the 2000s time. But if you want to talk about time, look at look at the whole Jurassic Park series, right? The first Jurassic Park is one of the greatest. Like that movie is phenomenal. That's a timeless ass movies. That was back in
Hold on to
'90
your butt.
what?
The Lost
Right?
World is
Yeah,
the best one for
that
me.
that shit was amazing, right? And you would think, oh, we get Jurassic World, all the dinosaurs, and like the story's gonna be all great because it gets in the 2010 age and all that. Those were one of the worst Jurassic movies ever, and that's in
Hell,
today's time.
have you seen the recent one?
I haven't seen
Yes,
any of them shits.
Dominion,
That shit
that
trash.
Trash.
Actually,
Trash.
I'm
that shit.
lying. I seen one of them
It's the
shits
type
a
of that.
couple years ago when it was in theaters. Which one was the one at the end? Them shits got out. I said this is the worst
Yeah,
movie I've
Jurassic
ever
World.
seen in my life, and I wish
Oh,
I
that was
never wasted my time seeing it. Yeah, it was horrible. It
that
was
whole
pretty bad for me.
yeah
But I've never
the
I
whole
never cared for
monster
the
house
original
thing.
ones neither. When I was a kid, them shits was whatever to me. I don't know. I wasn't into that. It was too kiddie to me personally back then. I probably would like them now. Probably would like them
Okay,
now, but I didn't like them as a
well,
kid.
I think like the point that I am trying to make is that there is like a night and day because if you think about it, back in those days they did not have the type of special effects that we have now. So the fact that you have the special effects now, but still have I'm sorry, better now, but have a shitty story and like the dinosaurs ain't all that. It's like, bruh, where you go wrong at? So that's why I was kind of like comparing the Spider-Man 1, 2, and 3 to the trilogy that like Tom Holland had. Let's be honest, that third movie for Tom Holland, that shit was mid. But the only reason why we loved it was because we saw those three Spider-Man. I'm sorry, those two other Spider-Man that we had grew up with, right? but the whole movie itself was just like mid as hell. Like I got to,
better than Doctor Strange. I know that.
I missed that.
Yeah, that's facts.
Honestly, I love Doctor Strange. I'm not
No, you
gonna
don't. Me
get,
too. Me
I'm not
too.
gonna get into that. I'm not gonna get into that conversation because I do gotta go soon. But I see why you think that way. But I'm gonna help change your mind later. But yeah, like it's just different in like certain things. That's why people said, "Yo, I hate this whole home series for Tom Holland because this shit gets weaker and weaker." That's what I was hearing.
To be honest,
So I can see why they have
this. Disney didn't know where to take the plot line for Spider-Man.
Oh man,
dude,
I'm sorry about that, y'all.
Even Homecoming, they had to literally put Iron Man and get in the movie so that the movie would sell, bro. Like Iron Man is on the box with Spider-Man. That would be a solo Spider-Man movie, but you got Iron Man on the side.
It was gonna sell anyway because Spider-Man and Batman are the most. Well, Spider-Man is the most popular superhero ever. Right. DC, Marvel, don't matter. Spider-Man is number one. So he didn't really need Iron Man to sell. They just did that shit to see, they're trying to do a new look on Iron Man. On Spider-Man.
Also, I'm not trying to change up the subject real quick, y'all, but I just want to say Warner Brothers Games just put out the Harry Potter the Hogwarts Legacy game, and they showing off their model characters, and I'm just running across brothers with braids, high top fades, and everything like that, and I'm just sitting here like, wow, this is kind of tight, and that's why I started laughing because I was looking at the comments, and it looked really good. So if y'all ever get a chance to go on Twitter to look real quick, they got people with dreads, they got cornrows, they got fades, they got shadow fades and tapers. I'm like, oh wow, okay, these models of these black people looking fantastic.
Shit, I'm gonna be Team Slytherin with a high top.
Oh. My wife said I gotta be my real class. She said, I know you want to be Gryffindor and Slytherin, but you know your real class is Hufflepuff. So you need to be a Hufflepuff player.
Mark.
Damn, I wish I knew things. I don't know anything about Harry Potter to know which class is which.
Team Slytherin, baby.
You're going to have to go watch some movies then.
I already talked to Ninja.
I watched the first two when I was a kid, and they were okay, but I wasn't able to stick with it, though, unfortunately, past the first two.
Nah, dude, same here.
Okay.
I remember watching the first movie, and then mind you, I love the first movie. I just never went back to the sequels. And I was like a kid. I was like 2 years old, but like I'm sorry, not 2. That was like 4 or whatever the fuck. But I saw the first one. I was like, yo, this is good, but I haven't seen the other ones. But I know of it though.
Right. Let me ask you this, Levi. What is your favorite Star Wars movie out of the whole saga?
Empire Strikes Back. Let me put
like that.
About 9 movies.
Empire Strikes Back. Probably Attack the Clones. It's between Empire Strikes Back and Attack the Clones.
It's Revenge of the Sith.
So out of all those movies, which ones don't stand the testament of time or are just not nostalgic? Like, why did they do this?
Out of all 9 of those movies, there's only maybe one bad one, and it's Phantom Menace. All the other ones are fine.
You're crazy.
No, Return of the Jedi was trash.
Return of the Jedi was kind of trash, and the Force Awakens, that was trash. What's the other one? Skywalker. That was trash. I hate that shit.
All the new ones that came out, bro, with dog shit.
Except Rogue One. Rogue One was the best of the Disney Star Wars movies.
I'm not talking about the trilogy. I'm talking about just the Skywalker saga. That's not really in that saga.
What? No, you said out of all the movies. You didn't say what saga, fool. You said out of all
I'm just talking about the ones that involve like Anakin and all that stuff like that.
The best Star Wars movie of all time is Revenge of the Sith.
Oh, you know it.
That's number one.
That's the best one ever made.
That's the best one ever made.
Shit was so good. They made that game on the PS2, and I was like, wow, this is my favorite game of all time. That shit was tight.
Rogue was probably number 2, and number 3 was like Empire Strike Back. That might be it. The rest of it was cool. Was watchable.
You put Rogue One above Empire Strikes Back.
Hell yeah, Rogue One was hard shit. That's when that nigga Darth Vader came through and shut the scene down at the end, but the movie as a whole was dope too. 90 Yen, the blind Jedi, that shit was hard. the whole
Like,
mission to get the
it's really hard for me to watch them old
to
ones
get the
because my
information
team's so fucking good.
to Jedi. That whole thing was we got to get this information to Princess Leia. We got to get this information to the. That was the in between. That was like right after like what was it, before 4, after 3, some shit like that. Man, that shit was crazy. That was the one. That was action packed. It was good. The CGI was awesome. And then Empire Strikes Back was dope. That shit had motherfucking
everybody died. Nobody
Lando
survived.
Calrissian
Nigga,
and all kind of
everybody
shit.
died.
Yeah,
The
everybody
whole
died.
planet got
Nobody
blew up. That
survived.
shit was
And
crazy.
then
I was like, oh
Empire Strikes
wow.
Back had Lando Calrissian and all them fools in it. So that shit was hard. That's when they had to get it cracking again. So like as far as like stories and action pack, that was it.
I
find
like those older ones a lot. Just because they didn't have all the technology that we have today, so they were forced to write a compelling story. That's why a lot of
Empire
movies
Strikes Back was dope.
prior to the year 2000, a lot of movies are just better in that 60s and 70s, in the 80s and the 90s because they were forced to have a good movie without gimmicks and without just cool shit happen. You had to literally have good dialogue. You had to have a good script. Not just $100 million budget. That shit crazy.
And that's why Empire Strikes Back was so dope because they didn't have all that technology and shit like that.
They didn't have all that
hard.
type of shit. Yeah. Now I will say some of the shit in those earlier Star Wars movies is a little goofy. Like when Vader and Obi-Wan, their last fight, and this nigga Obi-Wan just poofed away. Like that shit was very goofy.
Oh yeah. What?
Where'd he go? Did he just what happened?
Away.
Well, he went with the Force. Shit. The Force took her.
Yeah, he went with the Force.
They just gone. Yeah. But
it was it's like their rapture.
The shit is just gone. Like wow.
Now Diddy brought up some of the Batman movies. In regards to that, how do y'all feel about this new Batman? Like I like Pattinson as Batman, but as Bruce Wayne, he was trash.
I love the movie. 100%.
I love the movie, bro. And I'm gonna explain why I love the movie, but I want to hear y'all disagree with this first.
I mean, Batman is my favorite hero. Period. All time. And I just feel like this movie could have done a lot better with the Bruce Wayne character.
So Batman.
If I do an order of, I don't want to do an order of this Batman movies because my order different from everybody else's order probably. But this new Batman was dope. He had niggas scared. He had bums. He had niggas scared to steal. When that music came on, they kept playing. And they shot that bat stick in the air. This nigga done dropped the spray can. And that shit rolled to the dark alley. Nigga, I was scared with him. Like, oh shit. Yeah, don't go get that, dog. You about to kick your ass. I don't know who behind there. Niggas ain't seen Batman before. And he hella tall too. He had the commissioner. All them fools scared. The shit was dope. I like that. That was probably my third favorite Batman movie of all time.
You know what? So
number 3.
You know what? The reason why I love this particular movie so much is that besides the Christopher Nolan movies, because mind you, those are not even like I don't even see that as freaking Batman movies. That's just like pieces of like art for me. Like that's like pure cinema. You right? But talk about this particular movie, The Batman, right? They did it so well how it's literally a younger Bruce Wayne. This is not like, Batman, he's 5 years in, 10 years in. This dude is literally like, what, 1 or like 2 years in, right?
Yeah.
So you expect Bruce
Christopher
Wayne to be
Nolan
like
he even said that those weren't Batman movies. They were just movies that he wanted to make.
I'm glad he agreed.
Yeah.
Somebody had to say it. Shit, I'm glad he agreed because, man. And I love Dark Knight Rises, but yeah, definitely Christopher Nolan is one of my favorite writer and directors. I've seen all his work. I love his shit. But
even
the Batman movies specifically were only a little fishy because it was more so like things happening around Batman, and Batman just inserting himself into it, as opposed to any real genuine threat, except for Dark Knight Rises. Dark Knight Rises, something had to be done because Bane was a literal terrorist, so something had to be done. I guess the first one too, technically, but they're still good though. Those are still good. Those are still good because Christopher Nolan can't do any wrong. So
they were very well written. So.
Right. about the Batman, right? I feel like the way how they did Bruce Wayne, where he was kind of like awkward, awkward and like dark and like gothic and quirky and all that. And I'm saying not like quirky, but very just like mellow tone. He wasn't like your playboy. I get a whole bunch of women and I got a whole bunch of money, blah blah blah. Like he just a dark character. And I like how they actually portrayed him that way, especially being like a young Batman and all that. I really appreciate that.
Keep that
And
same
when it came
energy,
to like
Batman. Don't switch up,
Batman
dog.
character, he was very like a detective person. Go ahead, sorry.
No, so keep that same energy, Batman. Don't switch that shit up. You dark now. Don't keep that same energy. Don't go be no
Same
weenie.
energy.
Right.
Thank you.
Right. Keep that same energy. And then when it came to like the actual like Batman himself, dude, I was like, dude, I love this whole detective shit. Like this was like I'm a big like psychology nerd. So me just seeing all the the whole detective aspects of it, I loved it, bro. I just fell in love with it. So I think that's the reason why I love it so much. A lot of people complained that it was too slow. It was too dark to watch. He said something like too dark to watch. There wasn't enough action. Wasn't enough. So crazy shit, bro. So then I'm like, okay, you guys are obviously just want to see boom action 24/7. But that's not what I would want to see in a Batman movie. So that's why I'm so grateful to have this movie. So
Yeah,
that's my whole thing about it.
a lot of people are just so used to a fast-paced lifestyle. They're not used to a movie being this slow. Now, I will say probably like 20 minutes of the movie wasn't necessary, but overall, I think it's fine. It's fine.
You said the first 20 minutes wasn't?
Yeah, they
No.
definitely
Like, they
could have cut some fat out of that.
They could have cut like 20 minutes out of the movie.
I can't find where. I was going to say, I hear y'all, but I can't find where they could have cut out 20 minutes. Oh, you know what? They could have cut out that last 5 minutes with that Joker. Yeah, they could have cut that out.
Trash.
Yeah,
Worst Joker I ever seen. I like Jay Little over him now. Fuck that. I hate that ugly ass joke with that. Hell yeah, that forced ass laugh. That was a stupid ass annoying laugh. What kind of? I don't believe you're a liar.
That last scene gave me TV vibes. I'm not gonna lie. It gave me budget TV, CW vibes.
The Joker, the Joker is so played out. I was like hoping that they wasn't gonna do it. But since that Batman is a mainstream person, I'm sorry. Since that Batman is such a mainstream, what you call it, franchise. Everywhere you go, it's always Batman and Joker. Like we pretend like Batman don't have no other enemies besides the Joker. Even the animated movies, I can see Joker. Even the video games, even when this nigga is dead, the Joker is still a villain, the main villain. I never understood that. So I wasn't surprised that he was in the movie, but I was like, y'all could have had a big opportunity to get somebody else in for the Batman specifically, personally.
Well, they get ready to do the Court of Owls. The Court of Owls and Hush is gonna be in the next movie. If I'm not mistaken.
Give me Hush. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying. You see this information?
It's on the internet. They were talking about it.
Well, I mean, a lot of stuff is on the internet, but what's the like? I'm asking like for the site.
Well, even in the movie, it was giving you clues when they were talking about the Waynes and the Arkhams. That's part of the Court of Owls storyline.
Let me see. Matt Reeves on Batman 2.
You were saying something? Were you saying something? DMH man.
I know. You guys were talking about Joker, and I said they didn't even have to put him in the movie. They could have cut all that stuff out.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Like even the ending for the movie when they were in Gotham Square Garden. They didn't need all that. That was unnecessary.
I kind of like that scene, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you because like
build the dynamic.
Yeah, because honestly, when Batman got electrocuted and saved all those people, and he was walking away with a damn flare, and all those people made a freaking bat symbol. That was one of the hardest scenes I think I ever seen in a Batman movie because it actually showed Batman actually seeing, hope. Like he's no longer vengeance. Like he's like, like a symbol for hope now.
Yeah.
Like a symbol for like these people. So yeah,
Yeah,
that
that's
that
definitely
bro, that
necessary.
scene
Yeah.
needed to be there.
If they are going to make a realistic Batman movie, in the future, for especially for the Batman, what they're doing, what villain would you guys like to see? I would like to see somebody who maybe, Ra's al Ghul. I know that he's not that very interesting, but kind of is a little bit.
I want to
Well,
see.
I like one or two.
I want to see a Mr. Freeze, not a Arnold Schwarzenegger Mr. Freeze, but a genuine Mr. Freeze.
That'd be hard.
I know, and I was thinking the same exact thing, but like, how are you going to do a realistic Mr. Freeze?
That is a
Good question. Good
I think
question.
for me, as long as they don't like do it like too cartoony, then I have no issues with it. Me personally, I'm a big Batman fan, so I would like to see Hush. I would like to see the Court of Owls. I would like to see Bane again. No bullshit. I love Bane too.
Same here.
You
Clayface,
said Rachel
maybe?
Ghoul. Who?
Clayface?
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean,
Well,
but was he really that impactful though?
He can be.
I
Shit,
mean, they
let's
can
shake this
make
shit
him
up.
be. Look what Marvel did. What the fuck? Didn't nobody give a fuck about no goddamn Iron Man, nigga. Oh hell no. I never in my life,
It is
bro.
not
I did
popular.
not meet an Iron Man fan until Iron Man came out. Didn't nobody
You
give
right.
a fuck about
Nobody
that
gave
shit.
a fuck
You right.
about
He
it.
ain't got no villains like that either. Like, who was his
That's
villain
what
other
I'm
than
saying.
fucking Mandarin? The
Fucking
Mandarin.
cocaine and whiskey is that nigga's villain. That nigga ain't got no fucking. That nigga alcoholic.
He ain't
Like
lying.
what we
Cocaine and
have
Deep in the
whiskey.
bottle.
today, like
That's his enemy.
we have today, like so many strong writers. They can make anybody compelling. I'm telling you, they
He
can
turned
make
his life to a bottle.
anybody
I'm
compelling.
dead.
Nah, but I'll
That's
tell you this right now:
hilarious.
that Court of Owls storyline is going to be hard as hell. It's going to be hard because that's where because it's going to go more into the backstories of the two major families that ran Gotham and still run Gotham to this day.
You know what they can put
Well,
into?
I mean,
They make a really good
Cocaine and
villain.
whiskey, really? I'm sorry.
I know.
That was funny.
All right, so you said that you're a Batman fan and that you love Batman so much. I know that you watched the animated series when you were a kid.
Greatness.
Yeah, it was on
I
Fox.
was born in 98. That was
So
born in 98.
get the same writer to do that movie. Get the
I
same
see what you're
writers
getting
that
at.
were on the animated series.
That'd be nice because I believe that Batman Mask of the Phantasm was the greatest Batman movie in theaters.
Facts.
Underrated. Batman
Facts.
bled for the first time. The story was fucking great. Joker killed it. I mean, it was a good
So
ass. The
much.
Ain't that a
Falcone family,
cartoon?
all
So
that shit was
much.
dope. And it's animated.
So much.
I would also like them to do in the future a Batman Beyond movie. They definitely need to make one of
I'll
those.
take that. I'll
Oh
take
my
it.
God, yes.
Shit. I
I'll
feel
take
like
it.
Oh,
we
that'd be
damn near
fire.
got that with the new Batman almost. Well, no, not really, but I mean, it gave me vibes similar to that. Just because he was younger and, a little bit of mouthy. He was a little mouthy in this one. I ain't gonna lie, he was a little mouthy. He was challenging them cops. He wasn't playing challenging them cops.
I mean,
Pulled him cow. He ran him on.
he
put my
pulled
hand.
a Robert Pattinson. Like he was very short with the cops, but he was to the point, which I like. But him as Bruce Wayne, they need to do something about that in the next movie because that shit was trash. I was disappointed.
I don't think so.
Bruce Wayne ain't no bitch.
And
Well,
you know what?
he was in the back.
I think that he should have played a little bit more of Bruce Wayne in the movie because he wasn't fucking enough bitches.
So who you guys think played the best Bruce Wayne then?
Nigga, George Clooney, duh.
He should have been fucking a hell of a lot more bitches than he was. Catwoman actually should have been like, God damn.
Nah, to be honest, Michael Keaton played the best Bruce Wayne. Not the best, not the best Batman. He's one of the best, but not the best.
That's Bruce Wayne, Michael Keaton.
I think
Just
George
think of
Clooney,
his,
Believe it or
his,
not, believe it or
how he
not,
his
was and everything
charisma,
like that.
I
just
love,
charisma, the way he
dude.
carried himself, the way he
What's
I
spoke.
love,
crazy?
I
I
love
think
Christian Bale's
that
Bruce Wayne. I just, oh, go ahead, Goddamn. I know that you were
you
talking.
know
Oh,
what's
my bad.
crazy? Here's my thing. Here's my gripe with Batman movies. I'm a Batman fan. He's my third favorite bad guy. I mean, hero of all time. I don't give a fuck who Bruce Wayne is. I need a real martial artist to be Batman. I don't need Christian Bale or none of these niggas to be Batman because Batman has combat. The nigga is equivalent to Batman. He knows all martial arts. Stop fucking around, make my nigga Batman fight. Because he ain't got no hands. His cow is so goddamn tight. He move his whole body left and right because he can't move his fucking head left and right because he ain't athletic. He's not agile. So I need y'all. I mean, anybody be Bruce Wayne, but a martial artist. You're not supposed to know that Bruce Wayne is Batman just off look at his mouth. Because if I see Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne and I see a nigga at night, nigga, you're Batman, ain't you Batman? I
You're
can see
Batman. Ain't you
I can
Batman?
see your lips, bro. You're
Right.
not
Nigga,
moving,
ain't you
nigga. You're Batman.
Batman?
Stupid.
Wait a minute,
So
nigga. I know you from somewhere,
I know
nigga.
them
Ain't
lips.
you Batman?
Ain't you Batman? Ain't you Bruce Wayne? Oh shit! Oh hell no! I'm not Bruce Wayne. I'm Batman. Nah, nigga, you Bruce
Nigga,
Wayne,
where
bro.
I know you from, nigga? I know you from
Right.
somewhere, nigga. We go
So
to church together, nigga. Where I know you from?
yeah,
Nigga,
right.
I see you break. I seen an arm break like that before. You Batman, nigga.
I seen it. Look at the swag. Look at the shoulders. I see you. You walk like him and everything. Like me. Change
Right.
your voice. Knock it off.
Right.
But yeah,
Cause that's like funny, like you said that, cause literally, I like Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, but then as I got older and as I started looking back at the old movies, I'm like, yo, I was like, you sound like you have the worst COVID
listen.
symptoms with this throat cancer talking about some
Yeah,
with the most grimiest voice. I'm like,
I hate
why
it.
are you doing that?
Where's
Why are you
Hate
Rachel?
it.
doing that?
I hate it, bro.
That
I
just
hate
pissed me
Christian
off,
Bale as
bro.
Batman. I hate that shit. He ugly as fuck. He can't fight.
But
He's scared of Joker. This nigga ride the motorcycle, crash the
Yes,
motorcycle
I'm
down and hit him on
dead,
some
bro.
corny
but
shit. I
I'm
said, what the
so
fuck?
dead.
All right,
I
man.
gotta ask you guys.
I
I
hate the
gotta
movie.
ask you guys. How geeked out would you be if Kevin Keane came back as Bruce Wayne in Batman Beyond, and he wasn't playing Batman, but he was playing the guy from the cartoon.
To
He
be
was playing the old
honest,
Batman. It
Michael
was
Keaton as an old Bruce Wayne, I could dig it.
That'd
Yeah, I
be
told you.
fire. And honestly,
I personally would pass. I think we good with what we got now. Fuck it.
I
I
like
think
tall
they got
ass
a good
Robert
thing.
Pattinson. He
I was
tight.
about to
He
say
tall as hell,
we
so
got
he's
a
scary
good
looking.
thing with him right now.
Yeah, I
I'll
take it.
say this
right,
personally, as far as Batman goes from here, I just want to see because I like the setting that they're in, right? I just want to see someone that's going to push him to his limits. Because in this
right,
movie, he didn't entirely save the day. He did the best he could. So we need to see more
right.
of that. I don't really. I'm so used to the hero always winning because that's just what it
Yeah,
is. But I think
yeah,
it's okay to show again a realistic side of being a vigilante. Despite all his
right,
resources, which is really just his money and certain connections as Bruce Wayne, he still was only able to do so much to save Gotham. And
Remember,
ultimately,
right,
he did, he did okay. He did like a high C. You know what I'm saying? No pun
right.
intended. He did like a high C. He was able to save who he could and, changed his whole, I'm just chip on my shoulder, fuck everybody, but not fuck everybody type shit. He's
he was
actually
sort
Right.
of like
wanting now to do something.
he was sort of playing like the new Batman.
He said he
And
was
it
doing
was
what?
kind of like he was just getting into his
Yeah, yeah,
Batman
yeah. He
stuff.
just getting into it. Yeah.
Yeah. He basically getting like his
Honestly, I
little,
couldn't even
feeling like
tell if
his
this
feet wet.
Batman knew any. Like, I don't even think this Batman was trained by the League of Shadows and shit. This nigga might have been watching YouTube videos on how to
well,
box and shit.
That's what I'm
if
saying, bro.
I mean, hold on,
Bro,
if I'm
this
not
Batman
mistaken,
fight.
If
Go
I'm not
ahead, bro. Sorry
mistaken,
about
Batman wasn't training with Roz until like year 4, year 5 with the League of
I
Shadows.
wouldn't know for sure. There's different
Oh,
comics
League of
that
Assassins. I'm sorry, League of
I was
Assassins.
about to
that. Yeah,
say
because
there's
bro,
different comics
bro,
that say he started when he was a kid, and then there's some that he started first with
yeah,
the League
because
and then
bro,
broke. I don't know for sure.
this Batman fought like he lived in the hood, bro. Like the way how he was fighting, bro. I was just like, this is some crazy hood shit. And dude, I was messing with it because like even with like Thanos, when he fought Hulk in like Infinity War, Thanos was fighting him like a nigga, bro. While the Hulk was doing his little, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, this is his own little thing.
Nah, Thanos knew
Thanos
what
was
he
just
was
like,
doing though. I don't
yeah,
know.
like he had hands, bro.
I
Listen,
tell you what
I've
gave him
never
Thanos
seen
had a
him like that
fame
in
back
any
in the
movie.
when
day.
he punched Bruce and Bruce was
Yeah.
stumbling, and while he was stumbling, he grabbed his head and pushed his knee into his head. Oh yeah, nah, that nigga knew what he was doing. Nah, that ain't no. Nah, that nigga was trained. I don't know.
That wasn't
Somebody
no
trained
little
that nigga.
superhero
Yeah,
nonsense.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Now
bro.
Bruce,
But yeah,
obviously, he knows something in this universe, but I don't. He doesn't seem that experience. But then again, it's year two. It's only year two. It's only
exactly,
year two.
exactly. So
So if he
my
was
only
going
gripe too.
to fight a major criminal, um, who is another side criminal? I think a perfect side criminal would be, fuck it, let's go all out. What do you think about Killer Croc being in there?
As that's like a villain.
He,
Yeah, just a side
he
villain.
has to be CGI, bro, and 10 feet tall. You can't fuck around like the nigga no humanoid like they did Suicide Squad. He has to be
Oh yeah, don't make
CGI,
him
bro.
racist now. That was a racial character in like Suicide Squad.
Black,
I did not like
ugly
that at
ass,
all.
that's
When that man said BET
when I heard
and
his ass
Big
real
Booty,
funny. It was a different take
bro.
on it. It was a different take on it. Just like they had the pimp ass Joker pimped out the game, talking crazy and shit like that. Fuck you, pay me, nigga.
Yeah,
Right.
Security guard and shit.
that Jared Leto Joker was trash.
But
It was
I
better. It was
like the
better than
guy
that. It was
though.
better than that Batman Joker, the new Batman. I know that.
like I said,
Hate that Joker.
with like dealing with like the Killer Croc, right? Like as
Well,
long as they don't make it cartoonyish, but I just don't know how they would not make it as cartoonyish as a like I said, like a Killer Croc or like a Mister Freeze. I don't know how they
Yeah.
would do that. I feel like you just need to like keep all the humanoid type characters in the Batman films so far. But if they do branch out and do something else different, then possibly. But I really don't know, bro. I honestly don't know how that would like work out.
I don't know, man. I just, in a Batman movie, I kind of would want something a little bit fun, Like, I
Uh huh.
know how the Marvel movies go all out and they go crazy with their stuff, but I kind of relate the same thing with my Batman. I
You know where they make
wanna
Batman
see a
shine
little bit
at and go dumb crazy? In the animated movies that they make. DC kills it when they make
Yeah.
them animated movies.
Yeah, so that's
Like
what people were
nothing can
saying
Yeah.
touch
earlier.
those.
That's what
Yeah.
Diddy was saying
Yeah.
Nothing
earlier.
can touch those.
Yeah.
You're
They should be in
absolutely
Yeah.
theaters.
100% correct. Absolutely.
Should be in
Yeah.
I'm
Because
theaters. Those should
excited to
be
DC,
see
in
what this
theaters.
Black Adam gonna look like, to be honest.
I
honestly, I'm
mean,
like,
I don't know.
you
I'm
know,
like, I know The Rock's
for me,
is
bro.
an okay actor,
Well, like
but
I
I don't
said,
know.
the DC animated movie run, like I said, DC have that. Marvel, they can. To me, they have not made no good. The most greatest animated movies. But DC, they have that on lock. But in terms of like live action stuff, like I said, I've been like more let down with DC movies than I ever did with Marvel movies. Now, if Black Adam does really great, then yeah, of course I'll check it out. But at the same time, like I'm not like feeding for it. You know what I mean? Even if Dwayne the Rock Johnson is playing him, which is dope, I'm not like super just on it. You know what I mean? But I'll see it like sooner than later.
Totally hear you. Totally hear you.
It's the same thing with the Flash. Like Ezra Miller gotta go. He's not the Flash.
Dog, the
No,
Flash
get rid of
is
him.
the
Get
Grant
rid of
Flash.
him.
Gustin.
The Flash
Grant
As a
Gustin.
matter of
the,
fact,
the
I
Flash
already
is
know that you guys will back me up on this one.
yeah,
He never should have been the Flash to begin with.
Nah, that's facts.
bro. He's
Like
the
Grant,
reverse Flash in real life. He's the reverse Flash, bro. He is
they
not the hero, bro.
they
And
need
if I'm
to
being
put.
honest with you,
From
go
what I've
ahead.
been
Yeah.
hold on. From what I've been hearing, they're going. The reason why a lot of the Arrowverse shows are off the CW is because they're going to transition to HBO Max, which is going to be allow a lot more creativity, a lot more rated MA shows, and shows a little bit more of a different side of the Flash, the side that we all want. Like, you know what I mean? So I
Right.
think Grant Gustin should be the Flash right now in the new Flashpoint movie, because Ezra Miller's he's going downhill right now. He's on the run from the cops. They need to get rid of him, put Grant Gustin in, reshoot all them scenes, and let Grant Gustin do his thing, because he's our Flash.
Right.
I want to see Street Shark and Killer Croc actually fight, because they did Street Shark and the Flash little TV show. He looked at King Shark, my fault. He looked at dope. I was like, wow. But it's to be like a regular TV show. They went all in on this dude. They went all in on this shark.
Mm-hmm.
You said on what series? My fault.
The Flash series on the CW.
No, I know, but he said where on what? Oh, that's what he's saying.
King Croc. Yeah, King Croc
Oh,
when he
King
was on the
Croc.
Flash.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but Ezra Miller, bro. I mean, like I said, all this controversy, I could really see them being like, you know what, we're gonna have to pull this movie or pull whatever that they gotta pull. But I'm like, bruh, that's how y'all can keep on confusing people by just trying to get random actors or new actors. You put it in other people's spots. You're gonna have to reboot the whole series at this point and then start fresh.
That's facts.
I mean,
I
look
don't
at
think
look at
it's so
the
much
one.
confusing because niggas is adults. I think it's more so make the like the writing has to be as equally compelling as the last movie. Like I believe there's two different writers for, because I don't think John Watts didn't do all three of those Spider-Mans, did he? Maybe he did. Maybe he
Nah, he
did.
did.
Maybe he did
Like
all of those three.
he did all the homecoming stuff. Well, home movies. I don't want to call it that, but yeah, home movies.
Let me see before I misspeak. Because the only thing that I was pretty much getting at was just make the writing, like I said, cohesive with the last story. I mean, fuck it. If they got to replace him, they just got to replace him. But, I mean,
I mean,
eventually, whenever we
I
do get
really only
the
see
Black Panther
one.
2 recast, because eventually they're going to recast Black Panther. I guarantee you that first Black Panther, or that second one, will still feel like that first one, regardless of who they choose to continue T'Challa.
I agree.
Because of his sister.
Yeah,
I even thought of a good idea for Black Panther. Just, kind of make him die. Like you can replace him, and there is going to be a new Black Panther.
Yeah, well, that's where I kind of like disagree
him.
at.
And as long as it's a good movie, I think they can do it. I think they can.
I mean, well, based on the
thing
comics, even Killmonger was Black Panther, like, at one point. Like, they brought back Killmonger, been brought back from the dead multiple times.
Right, and trust me, that's true. But I just feel like the way how the MCU is, I just feel like Zuri, like his sister, I think she'd be the perfect Black Panther. Because not only that, like we only see her, it only makes sense because like we all know that Chadwick Boseman passed away. So instead of trying to be like, let's just like recast him because he is Black Panther. I know like we have to like move on, but at the same time, his sister could be like the next runner-up, and she could be the perfect candidate to be the next Black Panther instead of just like some like like a different actor or like a different dude. You know what I mean?
She definitely could, and I don't see any problem with that. I would still go and pay money to see her as Black Panther. Absolutely. No problem.
The comics, she was Black Panther for a little bit, but she got the tripping and shit like that, so he had to dethrone her ass. She was Black Panther.
Yeah, I didn't know all that.
She was bugging out after she became Black
For
Panther. Yeah, she was bugging out, tripping and shit like that. Nigga, trespass. She was killing motherfuckers. Like, oh shit, you tripping? You on a power trip? We got to throwing her ass. You tripping? So she was in the comics.
Yeah, God Diddy's hilarious, bro. This is why I fuck with you,
Yeah,
bro.
I
Fucking
don't think that
explain
they
shit
should
hilarious.
completely replace T'Challa. Like, or no, I'm saying excuse me. They should get someone to replace him because that character means too much to people these days. And I definitely think that Chadwick Boseman would want someone else to continue the legacy of that character, whether it be male or female. But it's not impossible to just get a different actor, you know.
I
Granted, they may not
really,
do
I
this
really
for
do
another
think
10 years or something like that, but they could easily do it. They could definitely
I
easily do
really
it.
do think that they could possibly just say that he died in the movie. They will say this: he died in a very heroic way, and they even do what Marvel does, which they you
So
know
what Marvel does, CGI that nigga, and now he living forever.
they CGI the shit out of him, and they do it that way. I think they can do that.
I
I
Right.
mean,
mean, but
I
really,
have
think that
here's
y'all
would
something with
be
a
seen
a
Black
problem,
very,
Panther
though.
a
1
very
though? Like, the
respectful way
man is
to.
invincible in that suit. He's invincible in that suit. He's strong as hell in that suit.
You
That
can do
suit
the
is
whole Black
impenetrable.
Panther 2 movie and he ain't even gotta take off his helmet. Just do the whole movie in the suit.
They're gonna have to drop a literal building on him. That suit, he was literally invincible in that suit. I don't know. He was damn near invincible in that shit. Except for when Thanos punched him the one time, and then, of course, when they were battling underground and the vibranium was fucking with their suit. But other than that, what's really stopping him? Right? They would at least in the MCU, that suit specifically is what I'm talking about. That suit specifically. If they're going to kill him off in the movie, they're going to have to do it in some extreme way. They might as well introduce Galactus at that point, because that boy was invincible in that damn suit. I say he's God in his suit, literally.
Oh, don't sleep. Galactus is coming. Don't sleep. He coming.
So they say. So they say. So they say. So is rumored to be. Maybe. Maybe not.
Remember,
We'll see.
Avengers Secret Wars is coming too within the next 2 years. So
So it's hinted. It's rumored. But we'll see.
I
We
mean,
shall see.
with the Eternals finally being put out there, that's the birth of the Marvel Universe. These are the very first super
Yeah.
beings in the Marvel Universe. So that's going to birth mutants. That's going to birth X-Men. It's going to birth Fantastic Four. This is the way of Disney bringing in bringing in X-Men and Fantastic Four their way versus what Fox did. So Galactus is a main villain for Fantastic Four, and so is Kang the Conqueror. Kang the Conqueror is also a main villain. So it's some main villains. For the Fantastic
oh,
Four when they do put them
and
out there. Doom, Fang, Boom, all that shit like that. So it's about to be crazy.
Silver
It's a
Surfer,
multiverse too.
Silver
My
Surfer
thing
gonna
is
come
this:
back.
how are they going to introduce them? If the X-Men and whatnot, if they're going to be in the main storyline, how do you explain 20 years of them just not intervening in anything? How do you explain that?
That's a very good
Well,
question.
it's a multiverse now, so
Yeah.
it's about to be. Cause
yeah.
it's just like saying Spider-Man fighting Green Goblin in New York. Why the fucking X-Men and come help him then? Why the Avengers didn't come help him then? Type shit like that. It's like it's individual little jump offs all over New York or wherever. Why didn't other superheroes come in and join when they threaten the sake of the city and all that weird shit like that? So it's the
Well,
same thing.
that I
They
agree,
gonna make
but
them
I
make sense.
think like cosmic level threats though, like we talking again Thanos. I'm pretty sure one of them X-Men would have intervened. Like somebody would have had to intervene. You know what I'm saying? So I wonder how they're going to explain
Rule.
that logically.
Well, to be honest, even when they were fighting Thanos, we don't know if there was X-Men fighting too alongside of everybody
What
else.
you mean
We
we
don't
don't
know.
know? We seen the movie. What you talking about?
We seen the movie, but we didn't see all the people because there was hundreds of thousands of people fighting Thanos' zombies. So we don't know
Well, I
if there was
guess.
mutants among them.
Yeah,
If
you
they,
understand?
hey,
Yeah,
you
but
know what?
They
We're gonna come
focus on the
back to this.
Avengers.
If they use that, I'm gonna come back to this. I'm gonna give you $1,000. Cause that'd be the laziest shit that Marvel would ever do in their
bro,
fucking life.
dude,
That'd be the
that's
most
what I was
pitiful shit
thinking,
that them
bro.
niggas would ever do, dog. That
Yeah,
shit crazy. That shit would be
dog.
just
That's what
that would be it for me. That'd be it for me.
bro.
That'd be it.
That's exactly what they did in the what you call it, in the Spider-Man 2 movie with Tom Holland, where they were at that that bar, and then he said, remember me from like the first movie, kind of just like shoot him in. I'm like, oh, okay, I
Yeah,
this is
because
kind of lazy, but I get it.
if I'm not
But
mistaken, Scarlet Witch is a mutant, correct?
Yeah, she
So
is.
so it's
They
a
can use the
No,
mutant.
word
no,
So
mutant. They
good
use to get the
question.
children. So
It
that's
can
true.
they
That's true.
they
be,
they always been around. They just it's called the Avengers, so they don't focus on the Avengers. I mean, with everyone fighting Thanos in their own way, they're only gonna focus on the Avengers versus anybody else that was fighting Thanos. In the comic books,
Yeah.
of course, Thanos fought all these niggas. In the comics, it was X-Men, it was this, it was that, it was Avengers, all on the same team fighting Thanos. First half the universe get wiped out. Whoever is left is about to fight Thanos. And the way Thanos killed them niggas off was not for kids.
how
So
how badass do you guys think it would be for at the end of a show or at the end of a movie for it just to show a silhouette of Wolverine and then he pops out his claws.
Ooh, corny. We don't have time for silhouettes. Put the nigga in the movie. Fuck the
Facts.
silhouette. Put the nigga in the
straight up,
movie.
man. Hey,
Man,
straight up.
listen.
I
I just
think that would
because
be
I gotta
some
point this out.
killer ass shit.
The first MCU movie came out in 2008, right? 2008.
Yep.
My two best friends in here, they ain't even have kids yet. Diddy and J-Type. We talking. This was a long time ago.
Bro, I was 10 years
2008,
old,
right?
bro. Yeah.
Now the MCU technically has been happening now for 20. Is it 25 years or some shit like that?
Yeah, that's in a
The
minute.
MCU?
Yeah, the MCU is, or that universe has been going on now for 20 years. Or
Oh,
actually,
okay.
longer than that. Hold up, wait. Longer than that, because they had to go get Captain America and then Captain Marvel and shit. So it's been going on for a long ass time, right? Like 30
Right.
something years. Let's just say 28 years. Let's just say 28 years, right?
Okay.
And then in that 28 years, I'm sure there's been more than just Avengers shit happening. So I think what they could do, this would be kind of creative, right? Let's say they dial back to maybe the 80s or the 90s and they introduce X-Men and all of that there, and then they come up with an explanation to why these niggas chose to not intervene in other affairs. You get what I'm saying? Like that.
That
They
makes
should
sense.
probably start with introducing them again in a past time period. Because I promise you to goodness, if these niggas say, oh, the X-Men were there that day when Thanos attacked the Avengers Tower, oh, I'm done. I'm gonna just watch them shits on Disney Plus and HBO Max. I'll be done. That'd be the last
You
time
right.
I ever go see a
You
movie
right,
theater.
because
Because, bro,
The X Men did come out in the '80s, so it's only right to do like a past tense time to where it went down, and then them
Days
niggas is
of
too
Future
old now.
Past.
Like they had their time back in the '80s, and these niggas are old as fuck except Wolverine. So it's now the time for the Avengers to fight. So it wasn't no Thanos cracking back in the day. And if Thanos was cracking now, and the X Men be too fucking old to even. I don't want to see old ass nobody fuck with Thanos. It's just, your time is up. So they're gonna make it
Man,
make sense. It's the multiverse. You never know what could
They're gonna
happen. They can bring
introduce
the X.
Squirrel
They can bring
Girl.
the X Men. They can bring the X Men from
Squirrel
a
Girl.
multiverse young to today's time to make. Because this next phase about to be crazy, bro. It's about to be crazy. This King
I
the
think
Conqueror
so
thing
too.
going on. It's about to be all over the place. You thought that fucking Marvel What If was crazy, bro? This shit about to be.
I think so
Man,
right,
too.
this shit about to be crazy.
right.
Like
Yeah, but they,
that
like I
was a
said, they
good
shouldn't do no
idea. What them
shooting,
niggas
so.
could really do is say some shit like, "Oh, Earth 559 or something was about to get blowed up, and these niggas found this universe, and now they just gonna kick it here. Now they just gonna resettle in here, and this, that, and the third. Because clearly, Professor X, and that doesn't have to be the only Professor X. It could be obviously
Multiverse.
a multitude.
Right.
Exactly, it could be a multitude of what's it called, of Professor X's.
Right.
So again, they could get freaky like that, but if they get freaky like that, Don't give me no more ground niggas. Give me the Thanoses, the Galacticus. Give me the World Eaters. Give me the niggas that want literal destruction. Don't give me no Vulture. Don't give me no Mysterios.
Yeah, you want
Nigga, don't
universal
give
threats.
me.
Damn this
You
little
feel me?
city threat.
What
Yes,
I
because
will
these movies now at this point should
I agree.
only be that. They should only be
But
that
you,
at this point. They should only be that extravagant because
It's
we
been
what I
built
will
up
but
to
that's
tell
not
where
gonna
you.
it
happen.
should be like that.
That's not
It
gonna
is gonna
happen.
happen. I mean, yeah, it is. Look at the Celestials. That was a threat that was so massive. It's been cracking ever since then. They'll have individual stories to bring in characters like they did the Guardians of the Galaxy. We'll have like small heroes to get introduced, and then it's a bigger threat at the end for all of them to suit up and get ready for universal, battle type shit like that. So it's gonna make sense. That's coming. But they're never gonna stop not making the individual story for groups or single players to fight these little
Yeah,
small ass
because
niggas. It's gonna be a big
Oh
threat.
no, I agree with you.
That's how
I agree
Disney
with you
milks
10,000 on that.
that's how
They're
Disney
gonna keep
milks
doing stuff like that.
that's how Disney milks that's how they gonna milk the fucking Marvel universe. That's how they gonna milk Star Wars. That's how they gonna milk
right,
Dragon Ball. They
because
know what they're doing.
yeah,
Go ahead.
because if you think about it, right, like if there's always a universal threat for every single movie, even for a person who just started out with their own movie, it's gonna be just like Transformers. Like Transformers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It was always a multiversal, if we don't do this, the world is doomed. Oh my God. And this is every freaking movie. Because the point was just like, all right, dude, we get it. This is redundant. It's like the same thing. That was boring. But then when the Marvel did it, it felt like it was special. It felt like it was like an actual, like the urgency was like there. But it wasn't like every
That's
single movie.
and that's because Marvel took their time to build up them first movies until Avengers. Then they did another build up into Age of Ultron. Then they did another build up to
Right.
Infinity War and
Right,
Endgame.
but
So right now we
out of
just
like
into the
10 of those
build up
movies,
stage.
you right, you fully right, but we don't need that again. Fuck that. Like you can't. I'm sorry. Maybe this is just me being overzealous, but you cannot introduce to me any multi-dimensional travel, multi-dimensional
Yeah, that's what I
anything,
did.
and that not be the rest of it. Like fuck that. Like fuck that. Fuck that.
So
Don't
who do
give
you
me
want
no
Blade to fight that's on a cosmic level like that? Because they got Blade coming
no.
out. Blade ain't fighting
If
nobody on no cosmic
let's
level.
okay, you right. Let's remove him from the equation. Give him a TV show then. Fuck it. But them movies, them $1 billion productions. Nah, for real though. For real, them $1 billion productions. Fuck that shit. Them shits need to be explosive every time. Nigga, fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit. Damn
Okay,
that.
I get what
What
you're
did you
saying.
say?
Gave
Damn
Blade
that.
a TV show.
he's not wrong. He's definitely not wrong.
I'm just saying,
But
like,
no,
we
you
can't
know what
keep
though? I kind of
letting these
agree with
niggas
you
get
on
away
that
with this
because
shit, man.
if they gonna introduce the X-Men, just that comic, and then the '90s show alone, they had threats that were fucking huge. Like, oh wow, this is crazy. Oh, this is
Bro, the
crazy. So,
Celestials, the Sentinels, all
mm-hmm,
of them niggas, all of bro,
hmm
what? What?
It was even in the movies, the
What?
Celestials.
Man, I'm
mm-hmm,
telling you,
mm-hmm.
what the hell?
So yeah,
I'm
you're
telling
right.
you.
They got like X-Men got the Xi'an Emperor or something like that. Like that, that was big.
Right.
So I
Like
mean, it's
even going back to
Y'all,
You
the
know
to the
what?
point that there's different Professor X's and different
I'm not a
multiverses. Yeah, there
big
definitely is. Y'all, if y'all seen not Doctor Strange, yeah, Doctor Strange, you'll know there's different Professor X's.
Right.
mm-hmm.
You know what? Real quick. My phone is about to die, and I do got I have like a class in the morning. But it was a great discussion, you guys. It was nice talking to all y'all. It was a great discussion. I don't know how long I've been talking for, maybe like 2 hours, but it don't feel like two
Yeah,
hours. It
we've
was a
been doing it.
great discussion, bro. I fuck with y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Y'all have a nice night. Thank you
there it
You
is,
You
again.
too,
too,
brother.
brother.
man.
You too.
Take care, my brother.
Whatever you miss will
Thanks,
be on
man.
YouTube because it's all going on YouTube.
All right, dope. Y'all have a nice night. Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, I just think I don't know. I'm not about to be lenient on the MCU. They got all the money in the world to make
all the money.
incredible productions. Like they literally.
I agree with you, Levi. I agree
Disney
with you.
they own 1/3 of all media. So I don't doubt that they could do some explosive shit. And I tell you this much too. I think Spider-Man should have a TV show. I know that sounds crazy.
No doubt.
But I think Spider-Man would do a lot better in TV form than he would in movie form. Because a lot of my biggest issue with the MCU is not that the movies are too kiddie or, that they're corny with the jokes. Is that in almost every MCU movie, there's an issue with the villain.
There is so much Spider-Man story that needs to be explored, and they did it with the cartoon back in the day, but I agree with you. He could definitely have a TV show, for sure.
I think he'd benefit better from the TV show versus a 2-hour movie.
I
You know what I'm
agree
saying?
with you.
Because don't get me wrong, I like Homecoming, but Vulture, and I like Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton is an incredible actor, but I don't think he was movie worthy. Vulture of all people, although earlier what I was saying is that they can make anybody compelling, but they didn't make that Vulture compelling. They didn't make that Mysterio compelling. You know what I'm saying? Green Goblin.
It was nice to see Mysterio in a movie. It was nice to see Mysterio in a movie. Don't get me wrong, because it was like, oh wow, it's the first time he'd been in a movie like that. But that movie could have had a better villain.
I agree.
No, I mean, I don't. I'm gonna tell you this.
Go ahead.
Batman, Robin.
Say it again.
Like Batman and Robin. Batman and Robin should have been like the villains.
Oh, and Spider-Man?
Game.
That would have been interesting. DC and Marvel mixing it up.
I know one thing. Hell no. You better not put Batman and Robin in a Spider-Man movie. I'm gonna be mad. I mean, man, you do that stupid shit. We can do a Marvel vs. DC.
15 years old at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. Damn, I was in the middle.
Bro, I don't know what happened.
All I know is Spider-Man and Batman and DC or some shit. I said, oh shit, that'd be crazy.
Yeah. Batman and
I was on a good ass point with my little Spider-Man TV show thing.
Yeah, that Spider-Man. That would be hard because Spider-Man and Batman have the most villains out of any superhero in superhero history. So it's only right to drop a Spider-Man series that'll be more profitable and make more of a buzz versus having just the individual movies, because that can really go on forever with these movies. Spider-Man got about 10, 15 villains, bro. I can name all of them too right now. Him and Batman. Batman got a gang of villains. Thing I said, woo.
You know what though? I will say this though, Levi and Sky, y'all both right on that. Is that and this is just me, like just thinking outside the box. I feel like every movie that they want to put in there that's not on a cosmic level or that's not going to be great, put it on Disney Plus and only give us those movies where it's like, oh damn, Endgame is in theaters, because I feel like now the world is just getting so saturated with so many superhero movies back to back to back to back to back to back to back, and it kind of take away the feel. Like, I just feel like it'd be better if they did it like how you guys said. We got the Disney Plus. It ain't going nowhere. Instead of doing 6 episodes, give us 10 episodes. That's like they did Moon Knight. Get like something like that. You know what I'm saying? Or better, because it's just like now, Levi, you own to something, bro. Like if it ain't a team up, then we don't need it. If it ain't a team up, like Thor and the Guardians, that's a team up. We need something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like the new we finna get Love and Thunder or whatnot. So I agree with you guys. 10,000.
Don't get me wrong. Not every Marvel TV show is phenomenal, but what I'm getting at is this: it's hard, regardless of how bad a Spider-Man movie is. It's still a Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man is my favorite hero of all time. He is number one. He is number one. And
yeah, mine is too. He's number one.
I was talking shit about those earlier Spider-Man movies, but they still Spider-Man movies. People don't like the Andrew Garfield movies, and they're still Spider-Man movies. At the end of the day, they're going to do what they're going to do because it's the most popular hero in the world. So whether you give me a 2.5-hour movie or a 6-episode saga that's anywhere between 40 minutes to an hour, it's still going to do well. It's still going to do well, and then you might even have more time to flesh out the story. That's all. Some of the newer Spider-Man movies, they'll start really good, and then the middle will get really good, and then that ending, something about that ending will just change so drastically.
And
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and say this. Y'all motherfuckers are going to talk shit about me right now, but if Spider-Man 3 is on TV, I'll still watch it.
I'm gonna watch it. It's Spider-Man. I'm gonna watch it, bro. I'm gonna watch it.
I
Even if I'm
will
gonna watch it
still
to
watch
laugh
that
at it, I'm gonna
shit.
watch
I'm
it.
gonna
Nah,
watch
fuck
it,
that.
but
I'm
I
not
ain't really
watching
paying
it.
attention to it. I throw it on, but I'm not gonna sit there and like
Get
watch
that
it.
shit out of here.
I watch it to make fun of it or some shit. Like, this shit was stupid. Look at dumbass Venom. Look at Eddie Brock trying to control the. I hate this movie, and I watch it because it's on. It's, like you said, Spider-Man.
I'd rather
Spider-Man.
go eat a cardboard box and
Those
watch that.
Marvel TV shows give there's a
Like,
lot more fleshing out. I like Ms. Marvel so far. It's pretty
I do
fun
too.
to watch.
Episode 2 is
It's
dope.
pretty
I ain't gonna hold you.
it's pretty fun. Man, the shit is great. I'm okay with Ms. Marvel. I'm okay with Loki. WandaVision, I'm okay with that second half. You know what I'm saying? I
Magneto.
really was okay with the first half too, but you know what? I think they should really do more TV shows too. Because these movies, they come out every Marvel drops, what is it? It's 1 to 3 movies a year, right?
Right.
Something like that, like 1 to 3, like legit every fucking year there's one.
I
And in
think they do
hindsight,
nine
Pretty
movies
much.
a year.
Pretty much.
Like,
I don't think
it was
they do
like
9.
9 movies in a year.
9 movies. And what the? That's crazy.
I
Yeah.
don't think they do 9, but I know they do
And
enough. God damn it,
it's about 9
they do
movies
enough.
in a year. There ain't 9 more movies in a year though.
Yeah, they do enough, and it's like, okay, the movies are fine, but since you gotta rush them, you know what I'm saying? You only got that 2-hour block. It's a lot of chinks in the story. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of catching up, and then I don't know, man. I don't know.
Gotta stick to your Spider-Man. You know what's sticking out for you in your comic series. And I would still watch Baywatch. I'd rather watch Baywatch than watch
Shit,
Spider-Man.
Bugging. Oh, that shit crazy though.
Baywatch.
Oh yeah, you bugging. That nigga said Baywatch.
It's like Baywatch on Baywatch.
I'm gonna get out of here. It's 4:17 or 4:18 for me. So,
Oh yeah, we gonna
We
go ahead
actually,
and
it's
we gonna go
it's
end the show then, my
1:20 over
boy.
here.
Yeah, we gonna go end the show. But hey, thank y'all for watching, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. We're gonna do it again. We talking PlayStation and then some. It's your boy
And
God
then
Diddy.
some. And it's your boy Jay Tight. And thank y'all for tuning in, man. And go ahead and shoot your information out.
Go Facebook. Go support all of us.
Yes, sir. Anybody else any shout outs? Anybody good?
Levi Rowe.
Levi Rowe.
That's it.
Oh shit, fuck. What's up, I'm Swish. What's up, DMH Man, God Diddy, J Tight, Richie Mueller, Levi Rowe, like Levi Rollins. Yeah, I'm Swish and I'm 34 years old. So I'm a 34-year-old woman who is married. And I don't really have blonde hair, or I don't even really wear glasses, but I do wear jackets, tops, and
Talk your shit. No,
Are
that
you
no, we up out of here, man.
Wait a minute. You from New Zealand? I know that accent. You from New Zealand?
Yes. I'm still even like Lil Baby.
Hey, much love to you guys, and such a good talk. Yeah, I love talking to good people. So
thanks, man. Thanks for joining in too. Thanks for joining in, DMH,
we got a question,
man.
y'all. Before we go, we got a question.
Hey, DMH man, can you say vinegar without the V?
This nigga, what?
Always got that one.
Vinegar.
Always got that one.
Vinegar.
That's how little voice.
Yeah. Crazy. But all right, y'all, man, we're on the flip side.
Love Rogue One. Definitely agree with that one.
Yeah, we gonna get the party going. We gonna do it again. So this Friday, man. Tune in about 9 o'clock. We on PM time.
Hey, what? Swish and hey, what?
Hey, girl.